for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up? This is boy Coach Malachi Williams in the building. We back. Newbie Today USA Boxing. What's happening, baby? I am here. We was here yesterday. We went live. We here today. The aftermath is what I want. I should have named this show The Aftermath. The aftermath. The heavyweight division has become a lot more interesting. I was wrong. I was wrong about Anthony Joshua. I was wrong. I was wrong about Oleksandr Usyk as a heavyweight. Not as a cruiserweight. We already knew he was a bad boy at cruiserweight. But as a heavyweight, he showed me something last night. And he has a new fan in me as a heavyweight. He did that. But anyways, we're going to get into this. Today going to be a good day. Y'all know I'm with the shits today. You know me. Now, yesterday, like, we went live a little over 4.5 hours, man. Something like that. Had people coming at me. I told you, coach. I told you, coach. I told you, coach. Yeah, you told me. You told me. You told me. And I am a man to admit when I'm wrong. But we all have been wrong before, right? We all have been wrong before. Human beings often are wrong at times. And I gave my opinion on the fight, how I thought the fight was go. But I would tell you something that I was very surprised about, and I learned something last night. I already knew who Oleksandr Usyk was. So I didn't learn anything new from him. But I learned something new from Anthony Joshua. And I have some suggestions. Didn't learn anything new from, well, I kind of did learn something new from Usyk. He showed me that in the heavyweight division, he might be the top guy in the heavyweight division. He's one of the top guys. Top 3. But that's another episode. But I learned a lot about Anthony Joshua last night. Learned a lot. But we're going to get into this, guy. So shout out to everybody. We're going to let Joshua's still my guy, though. Y'all know I rock with Anthony Joshua. That's still my guy. Let's say that off bat. But he's not the fighter who I thought he was. And I have to be honest. And, you know, I'm not these fanboys. Like I tell you guys, I don't have any emotional attachment to no fighter. My fanboy days are over with. So when I say things, I can say it without, you know, having the emotion in it and stuff like that. You know, I clown joke, whatever the case may be, but I don't take it personal. You see what I'm saying? Never take anything personal from someone that doesn't have a personal relationship with you. And they don't have a personal relationship with you, and they don't know you personally. Why are you taking it personal? All right, let's get into this, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and give everybody a shout out. We're gonna let Instagram. No, I'm talking about Instagram. Damn. Shout out to everybody on Facebook who's watching this. Shout out to everybody on Facebook who's watching this. Shout out to everybody on Twitter who's watching this as well. Salute from the old boy, Coach Malachi Williams. And we got a whole lot of stuff coming up. I got some good news, dog. Got some good news. A lot of stuff we're gonna be doing. Guys. You know what I mean? Also, man, the merch is here. New Media Today USA boxing. Well, boxing really matters. The merch is here. I had the light gray hoodie on yesterday. I have the dark gray hoodie on. Yeah. We got the merch. The hoodies is nice. Ladies, these are unisex hoodies. I promise you, whatever size you are, the hoodie will fit you perfectly. It's not one of those. You know how you buy clothes, right, guys? And you buy one size, and then the size you buy, you know, it'd be a larger than what you really wear. These hoodies, this clothing I have don't fit like that. It fits exactly what you order. Really though, but we're gonna get into that too. So let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. So shout out, you know, I'm gonna address the chat today. Today is the chat day. Today I'm gonna address all the chats, all the trolls, all the, you know, the Coach Malachi New Media Today haters, whatever. Y'all come on over. Come on here today. Come rock with the old boy. You know, feeling good. So come rock the old boy. Take your shots. I'm here to take all the shots. But I warn you, look here, my last laugh, October the 9th. October the 9th, I promise you, I will get the last laugh. But from here on out, you know, just go ahead. Y'all do what you do. Anyways, shout out to Adrian. What's going on, man?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Rob Real Shows.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man, Hector. What's going on, brother? Hector Garcia. Shout out to Mr. Calderon. Noviente Tres. Shout out to John Doe. What's up, Doe? Really, Doe? Shout out to the Matrix. Oleksandr Usyk. Remember I said that, they talking like this dude, the Matrix. They talking like he the Terminator. Guess what? He was the Matrix. He was the Terminator. In the heavyweight division anyways. I already knew he was that at cruiserweight. But in the heavyweight division, that motherfucker the Matrix for real. I'm gonna be PG, guys. I promise you. Hey man, shout out to Usyk, man. Hey boy, you won me over last night, boy. I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. Really though, I don't have that false pride, so I'm good. John Doe say the Matrix is real. Usyk got computers running to this Reddit though. John Doe, man, Matrix. Hey, listen, he got a computer built by Steve Jobs, R.I.P. to Steve Jobs, and Bill Gates. Listen, all the stuff I said was true. He really got this stuff. Oh boy, this dude here, boy, that damn Usyk, a motherfucker. Anyway, let's go, man. Shout out to Adrian. Shout out to Joe B. What's going on, fam? He said, shout out to who else we got? Shout out to the Queen Arlette. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe for the old boy. Subscribe to the old boy, man. That's how we doing it today, man. Sunday, man. Today, football Sunday over here in the United States. Everybody watch football. But it is what it is. I don't really watch TV. You see what I'm saying? So I ain't up on nothing really that's going on, to be fair. Shout out to my main man. Shout out to Major Key. Major Key, what's happening, bro? Shout out to Paul CX. Shout out to Peter Von Arts. Shout out to Wizard Sleeve. Shout out to Fadon. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Imeza. What the link read? Shout out to Jose. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Andrew Baxter. Shout out to Sorro. What's going on, brother? Shout out to my brother Bruce Goes. Bruce Goes in the building. Shout out to Paul Evans. Shout out to my brother Exclusive. What's going on, fam? Hey, Exclusive, I like those videos, man. Keep putting out that content, bro. This YouTube game is all about consistency. Consistently just keep putting out content and define what you want your brand to be. If you want it to be the Chitlin Show where people be cursing and calling, women be getting disrespected and stuff like that, if that's what you want, then go down that path. You know what I mean? But just make sure, or if you just want it to be, what you're doing now, just make sure you stay consistent with it. It's all about consistency and good content. Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to Ron. Let's see who this is. I want to make sure I get everybody, guys. Bear with me. Hold up now. Hold on. I'll make sure I get everybody. Bruce Goes. Shout out to Rodon. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Thomas Jones. What the lick read? Shout out to Andrew Baxter once again. Shout out to Quan. What's going on, bro? Shout out to Jonathan. What's going on? The Terminator. You all right? Shout out to Puro Sur Central. What's going on, my brother? Shout out to William Posey. Shout out to Graham Taylor. Shout out to who else we got? Shout out to Antonio. Shout out to Hooligan Music. Shout out to Tony Boswell. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Mercy Grace. Shout out to Bernardi. What's going on, my brother? Shout out to Michael Knight. Bernardi right here in Miami with me. Shout out to who else we got? I want to make sure I get everybody, guys. You know how we do it. Shout out to Meryl Dixon. Today is the chat day. I'm addressing all chats. Addressing all the chats after I say what I gotta say, right? But I'm gonna break it down like a 57 Chevy. When I do these shows, guys, it's never what it appears to be. It's never what it appears to be. You should know that about me by now. It's never exactly what you think you're going to get. So bear with the old boy. I'm gonna break it down like a 57 Chevy. Shout out to Chevy. Chevy, what's up, boy? Shout out to Jonathan. Shout out to Graham Taylor. Shout out to Ron Dog. Rodon, what's going on, fam? What it do, baby? Shout out to OG, double OG, triple OG, quadruple OG. The OG, man. Anytime I see OG, I respect the G's now. I respect all G's. If you're a real G and an OG, you got my utmost respect. You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of these dudes ain't making it to be no OG. You know. Shout out to Nathan. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Lee. X is good. It's a I don't know. XEX is good. I guess X's is good. I guess that's what it says. I don't know. Shout out to
Hey, okay.
shout out to Outstrike. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother, Rider of the Storm.
Hey, okay.
Leon Musa with the lick read.
Hey, okay.
Hey man. Hey man. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Let's go. Hey man, you know, shout out to Rory. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Lee with the lick read.
Hey, okay.
All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's see. Shout out to Alan Skill. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mondo Solo. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, okay.
And let's see. He said, hey, Major Key, he say, I'm on that genuine, same OG. Yeah, man. It is what it is. Yesterday, guys, I went live yesterday. Shout out to Aquarius Brown.
Hey, okay.
I did about 4.5 hours live. My first live doing the fight, commentating the fight. And I did a damn good job. Guys. I called it the way I saw it. You guys know I picked AJ to stop Usyk in like the 10th, 11th round. I was wronger than the $3 bill. Not only was I wrong, but Usyk dominated Joshua. I scored the fight 10 rounds to 2. If you don't believe me, just watch the live from yesterday. And the people who was there, they'll tell you I did score the 10 rounds to 2. I got it written down right here. So you guys can see it. You see the U right there? I got it right there. Yeah, man, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. Now, it was some dudes that, you know, they were talking, yeah, I told you, coach, I told you, Tune, and other people, stuff like that. I said, yeah, you did tell me. You told me. I was wrong. But I've never met a human being before in life that was never wrong before. So the guys who was coming at me was talking to me as though they're never wrong. It was a prediction. I predicted wrong. I wrote with my guy, right? And I was wrong about that. Usyk is a bad boy. And he might be the best heavyweight in the heavyweight division. Outside of Tyson Fury. Because but let me go ahead and break this down though first. Let me break this down. The question is this, because some of these same guys who came at me yesterday, they say that Anthony Joshua was done. He was finished as a heavyweight. They say he should just go ahead and retire. He was a hype job. He got exposed. They said they called him every name in the book. And guess what? It's par for the course. Right? And one thing about me, so they thought that I was going to run from smoke. Man, I don't run from no smoke. You know why I don't run from no smoke? I'm going to be here tomorrow at 3 o'clock, Tuesday at 3 o'clock, Wednesday at 3 o'clock, Thursday at 3 o'clock, Friday at 3 o'clock, Saturday take a break, Sunday at 3 o'clock. Dude, I don't do any running. As a man, you stand on what you say. I made a prediction. My prediction was wrong. Oleksandr Usyk is the Matrix. I saw the Matrix last night. I saw Neo last night. I saw the Terminator last night. That's what I saw last night. I saw that. Bro, my eyes have not deceived me. I know what I saw. I'm not like these Wilder fanboys who their eyes see something, but then they go into this alternate universe and they say, well, what I saw really wasn't what I saw. It was this, it was that, it was everything else. But what I saw is what I didn't see. I'm the type of guy, I believe what my eyes tell me. Not going to go into denial, not going to talk about conspiracies, not going to talk about water bottles, referees, not going to talk about any of that. One of the best fights that I've seen in a long time. And the heavyweight division is back. Thank God for Oleksandr Usyk. The heavyweight division is back. Thank God for Anthony Joshua. Thank God for Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Because Wilder is the one that pushed his third fight. So thank God the heavyweight division is back. We got another player in the game along with Dillian White and the rest of the boys. But I say all that to say this. They say that Anthony Joshua finished as a heavyweight. So I'm asking the question, is Anthony Joshua finished as a heavyweight? It's a good question. If you hate Anthony Joshua, he's done. You didn't like him anyways. And that's fine. That's part for the course. And if you like him, you say, no, man, he still got some time. 2-time unified heavyweight champion. But let's go. Oleksandr Usyk put on a boxing clinic last night, guys, in Tottenham Hot Spur Stadium last night. If you didn't miss the fight, if you didn't see the fight, you missed a damn good fight. Anthony Joshua was supposed to beat Usyk in a tough, hard-fought fight, right? It was more of a 50-50 fight. A lot of people had it. Joshua was a small favorite by the odds, right? A lot of people picked Usyk, though, to beat Anthony Joshua. This is facts, true, right? Hell, I even had Joshua stopping Usyk, the Terminator, in the late rounds, but I was dead wrong. I was dead wrong. Joshua looked confused. He often looked confused, guys, in this fight. And he showed, in my opinion, no heart or desire to win last night. Anthony Joshua was my favorite heavyweight. But guess what? He is not above reproach or criticism. I am not. One thing about me, guys, I'm not a Tyson Fury fanboy, and I'm not a Deontay Wilder fanboy. I don't sit here and cap for my fighter, and I don't sit here and make excuses for what my eyes see. If my eyes see something, I'm going to call it the way I see it. I'm not going to say, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, man. I'm not going to do that. But anyways, let's keep going. Now, he looked confused last night. I didn't see the desire and the passion there. For me, it's not the fact, guys, that Anthony Joshua lost. In boxing, you win and you lose, right? In boxing, you win and you lose, right? It's not the fact that he lost. It's the fact that Joshua showed no desire or passion to win the fight. If you saw the fight, tell me, do you agree with me on this? Shout out to my main man, Charlo. What's going on, Charlo? Shout out to Bruce Goals. What's going on, Bruce Goals? Shout out to Halim in the building.
Hey, okay.
Really, though. It's not the fact of that, right? You know, hold on, guys. Let's put this super chat back up here. I'm gonna get $1 trillion. My main man. I'm gonna get to you, brother. Bear with me one moment. You know, and I'm just being fair with you guys. For me, that's what it was, bro. That just for me. It's not the fact that he lost. It was the fact of how he lost. Showed no passion. Showed no desire to win. Too much nice guy, friendly. Too much stuff for me, right? Joshua had no answers, and he made no adjustments in the entire fight. Joshua looked very timid, and he looked very slow. If you did not see the fight, I promise you, you will come away with the same assessment. Usyk almost stopped Anthony Joshua in the 12th round. Yes, he did. Almost stopped him. And I have to say this again, guys. Mark this down, because I'm not one of these false pride type guys. I'm not one of these false pride type guys, right? Okay. All right, cool. Thank you so much, fam. I gotta get the merch, the link in the description box on fixing the merch. Sorry about that, guys. I got it. Hey, thanks, brother. Thank you. So for me, that's what it was for me, right? Joshua had no answers, and he made no adjustments the entire fight. He looked very slow, and he looked slow and very timid. That means he was trying to outthink someone who already knew what he was going to do. And again, Usyk almost stopped Joshua in the 12th round. And I'm going to say this again, guys. I was wrong, and I was wrong about Usyk as a heavyweight. I wasn't wrong with him about the cruiserweight. I know he was a bad boy. He was a Terminator and all that stuff in the cruiserweight. But in the heavyweight division, I just wasn't impressed with him because he only had 2 fights in the heavyweight division. He only had 2 fights up until last night. But I was wrong about that boy as a heavyweight. That boy is a problem. And I'm man enough to admit that. I'm not going to make any excuses. Usyk didn't cheat. Usyk didn't have any egg weights in his glove. Usyk did not spike Wilder's water bottle. Usyk did not take padding out. He didn't do any of that. He just beat him. Facts. Joshua's mindset and heart is what I am questioning here today, guys. Because that's what a lot of people who hate Anthony Joshua are saying. He has no heart. He has no desire. There's a lot of people saying, and they say he's done as a heavyweight. So that's what I'm kind of questioning today, guys. I don't question his heart for stepping in the ring, because you got to have heart in order to be able to step up to all challenges. So this notion that Joshua don't have any heart is utterly, BS, because you got to have heart to step in the ring and fight all your number 1 contenders. Fight all your number 1 contenders when you have 4 of the belts, right? So he has plenty of heart when it comes to that. But I'm saying when it comes to actually being in the fight inside of the ring, when the going gets tough, sometimes there are things that you're going to have to dig deep within your soul in order to pull out of you, in order to do what needs to be done in order to get the job done. It's a mindset that I'm talking about. And I got some proof to back up everything I'm saying from two Hall of Famers. Two Hall of Famers. The cruiserweight who moved up to heavyweight, his third professional fight, almost stopped the taller, bigger man in the 12th round. Almost knocked him through the ropes. I thought Josh was going to go through the ropes. Literally. Beat him into submission. Joshua's mindset and heart is what I'm questioning today, guys. Fighters lose fights all the time. You'll never see me jump on a fighter, bang on a fighter because he lost a fight. Fighters lose fights all the time, guys. It's boxing. Hell, all of my favorite fighters have lost. All of my fighters who I was, I have throughout, who I love the most in the sport of boxing have lost. From Ali to Pernell Whitaker to Roy Jones to Marvin Hagler to Sugar Ray Robinson to Mike Tyson. But I look at how you lose. I look at certain things. I'm just saying for me. I come from that era of where, really though. That's the era I come from, right? Fighters lose all the time, right? But for me, there was no killer instinct from Anthony Joshua. No killer instinct. There was no sense of urgency from his team or from AJ at all. That fire in the pit of your stomach, guys, that all of the greats have when the going gets tough was not there when it comes to AJ. We're going to address that. Why is it not there, right? Whatever the game plan was that Rob McCracken put together, it didn't work. And there was no adjustments made at all. Not one. Not one adjustment, right? Everyone who told me that Oleksandr Usyk was going to lose this fight, was going to win this fight. Sorry about that, guys. We're right. Now, the real question is this, guys, and I'm going to address everyone in the chat. What does Joshua do next? We know that he's signed the rematch. He's going back to fight Oleksandr Usyk back again. He's going back for a rematch. But there's only one problem if he does that. If he has the same team, Rob McCracken, he's going to get his ass beat again. And I'm explaining what I'm talking about. Everyone, and I mean that, right? Now, he's going to take the immediate rematch, as we know. And I feel like, to me, that he's going to have to get rid of these trainers. But again, for me, guys, Joshua's going to have to do some soul searching and figure out what type of mindset that he must have in order to get his belts back or in order to get to the next level. For me, guys, it's psychological. It's up here. He has all the physical tools, but if he don't have this right, all that other shit don't mean nothing. Joshua has to develop that killer instinct, that heart, that fire, that passion, that desire. Last night, Oleksandr Usyk took something more than Anthony Joshua's belts. He took his heart. He took his heart last night. But I do give Joshua credit, as I said before, for he did not quit, and he fought all the way to the end. And as for you, Oleksandr Usyk, you was born the same day I was born. We are both Capricorns, sir. We are both Capricorns, born the same day. Me, you, Muhammad Ali, Michelle Obama, quite a few celebrities. Steve Harvey, quite a few celebrities. Butter McGirt. And to Oleksandr Usyk, sir, the Matrix, I owe you an apology. I owe you an apology, sir. You have made a believer out of me in this heavyweight division. And I mean that. Apparently, you do have 5 computers in your brain, sir. Apparently, you are the android from Dragon Ball Z. And apparently, you are the Terminator in Terminator 2. Oleksandr Usyk is the new unified heavyweight champion of the world, guys, and he is a problem from anyone who decides to step in the ring with him. So let me ask you guys a question. What do you think that Joshua should do next? What adjustments do you think that he needs to make from a mentality standpoint in this rematch when he fights Oleksandr Usyk? Do you think Usyk also is the best heavyweight in the division? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let me see what's up, man. Let me see what's up. My brother said he said that my store ain't working. The link is working. No, the link working. I just clicked on it. The merchandise, what's that? New Media Today USA merchandise. I just clicked on it. New Media Today USA boxing.store. It works. Merchandise. I just clicked on it. Y'all check the merch out. Please hit the like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. Shout out to my main man, $1 Trillion Dream.
Hey, okay.
for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
$1 trillion dreams say, I missed the super chat up here, I know. All right. $1 trillion dreams say he'll be back. He's young. He just has to get a better trainer. He fought the wrong fight. If he fought the way he used to fight pre-Ruiz, he would have won by KO. I totally agree. I totally agree with that.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul CX for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Paul CX says, when Fury was getting outboxed and outmaneuvered by Cunningham, he bullied and KO'd him. Why didn't AJ at least try? Pitiful. Andrew Baxter says, it's not that he doesn't have any heart. He has too many mega bucks endorsements. Hasn't got the hunger anymore. The hunger and the passion comes from the hunger and the passion. What I mean by heart, I'm not saying heart like stepping in the ring. He has the heart to step in the ring and fight anybody. I'm not talking about that. I'm saying that when the going gets tough, I know what I saw last night. Every time he got hit with a clean shot, he had this worried look like, he got me with a good one. And his legs started getting shaky all throughout the fight. It was as though he was consumed with fear last night. That comes from your heart. He has the heart to get in the ring and fight. He's a warrior. But what you do under pressure defines who you are in life as a fighter. And that's what I mean by the heart. But guess what? Don't worry, I got something over here. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 tabs I have opened up. And we're going to go through every last one of them. Let's go. So let's see what this brother here say. BK Boxing says AJ needs to impose his size and gamble. All in from the first round, from round one. If that doesn't work well, Usyk beats and likely stops him. Okay. Game said, Matt says he needs to go back to how he used to be in some ways. Go in there, knock him out, and not box. Establish the jab early and fight long range. Yeah, he didn't fight long range at all. It was as though he fought. Yeah, he didn't fight long range at all. He say, go in for the clinch more, because that would tire Usyk. Yeah. Andrew says, as usual, AJ is getting the second bite of the cherry. That's why the Fury and Wilder fight means more than the AJ Usyk fight did. It's all or nothing in this trilogy. Yes, all or nothing in this trilogy. Because this is the last one. This is the last one. This last one fight, Andrew, I think Wilder and Fury said there's no more. This is the last fight. It absolutely made no sense for AJ to try to box Usyk. AJ gave that fight away. He can come back, but he has to fight. Same thing I said about Wilder. I said, if he's going to beat Fury, you're not going to beat Fury boxing him. You're going to have to fight him. Period. You're going to have to fight him. And some fighters you just can't box. You got to fight them. And I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm talking about. Give you some examples. Carlos, what you say, fam? He say, damn the zone. I want my money back. Canelo already left you. Joshua getting the belts and taking. He say Joshua getting the belts taken in his hometown. Yeah, boy. Listen, one thing about Oleksandr Usyk, he has a history of coming to your trap and take over your trap. He said Usyk just paid my rent for 2 months. That's good. You got to figure out what you're gonna do after when the 2 months is over. But that's good though. Spirit said Fury lost the first fight against Wilder. And it was so obvious that Fury didn't win in the first 4 rounds of that fight. I think that fight was a draw, sir. To be fair. I think that fight was a draw. S. Mick says, too much respect towards Usyk. Too much respect, too much hugging, too much kissing, too much making love, taking selfies in the locker room together, hugging and kissing. Bro, shout out to Robert Brown. He says, you guys kill me. If that was Deontay, it would be retired. Stop it. Why would you say that? I never said Wilder should have retired when he lost the second fight. I picked Wilder to beat Fury in the first fight, and I picked Wilder to beat Fury in the second fight. Truth be told, and I have receipts of videos where I said that. Because I didn't believe Fury was going to do anything he said he was going to do in the second fight. He did it. But anyways, Jonathan said, AJ is a businessman. Fury is the Spartan. Okay. He said, how can Wilder be number 2 when he lost the only credible fighter he's ever fought? Hold on. Yeah, what y'all got going on over here, man? Well, let me break it down. Shout out to Shelton Moore.
Hey, okay.
Let me break it down. Let me see what y'all got going on over here, man. $1 trillion. Shout out to my brother $1 trillion Dreams, man.
Hey,
For
okay.
dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. If you don't like me, just subscribe just to hate on me every day. You can come over here and hate on me every day and say whatever you want to say as long as you're respectful. Hit the like button for the old boy. And subscribe if you're new to the channel. And also, you click the link in the description below. The merch is there. Let me go over here. And see what's up, though. Because my brother Martin Nash say the button ain't working. I'm fixing to see. Bear with me one moment, guys. No, Martin Nash, the button works. I just clicked it. It works. It works, my brother. It works. Hit the like button for the old boy, man, and subscribe. Anyways, guys. I got some stuff I want to show you guys over here, right? I just want to hear what you guys got to say, and then I want to go over some stuff over here to see who pretty much is on point. So $1 trillion Dream said Usyk not the best. It's Fury number 1, Wilder number 2, Usyk number 3. If Wilder beats Fury, he's number 1. Usyk would be at number 3. One fight doesn't make you number 1. Not $1 trillion Dream. I don't think you understand. Well, you know what? Your list is subjective to you. It's subjective to you, my brother. He says Usyk is the new Klitschko. Nah, they got different styles. Usyk don't. Nah, yeah, but I see what you're trying to say though. No, but they got different styles. He said Usyk is 35 years of age. No, Usyk is 34 years of age. He was born 1987. He was born the same day I was born. Me, him, Muhammad Ali, Steve Harvey, Michelle Obama. There's a whole bunch of people that was born on that day. Jake Paul, believe it or not. Frazier, I think Frazier. No, what the Frazier? I forgot. Still, Chef said Usyk put on a great performance. Why AJ came in so light? He should have came in big and bully man's around. He was 240 pounds. He still could have did it. Bring back the old AJ. Fag 9 is the biggest narrative pushing liar on the YTBC. Old Dirty B. Charlo says Usyk said he was surprised how easy it was. He thought it would be harder. That says a lot about what AJ was doing in there. Yeah, it looked very easy. Colonel says he say not no clincher like most of that division. Okay. He said both AJ losses are due to him fighting the wrong fight. Period. Point blank. And if he's fighting the wrong fight, what does that mean? That means whoever put the game plan together has to go. Shout out to all of the subscribers and everybody who's watching right now. Shout out to everybody that's on Facebook who's watching us. Shout out to everybody that's on Twitter that's watching us. We have a new podcast coming up as well. New Media Today USA Boxing Podcast coming up as well. Be on the lookout for it. I'll let you guys know. And also click the link in the description below to get the merch. New Media Today USA Boxing.store. Where you can get this merch. Where you can get the hoodies right here, baby boy. As a matter of fact, I'm going to share it with you guys on the show today. But let's go. Let's address the chat, and then we're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you guys something. You know me. If you've been a follower of mine since the beginning, and you've been watching the shows, you know me. My shows are never what you think it's going to be. The headline is pointing to something, but you know me. The way I break things down methodically, I always have a different take on it. But let's go. But the boy Oleksandr Usyk proved me wrong in the heavyweight division, and he's a bad boy. I saw angles, I saw feints, I saw footwork, I saw hand speeds, I saw hand-eye coordination. I saw, shout out to my man DJ.
Hey, okay.
He say facts are AJ doesn't move his head and curls up like bacon when he gets hit clean. That's facts. When he gets hit clean, he has a tendency to fold up. That's facts. I saw that yesterday, DJ. That's facts. That's facts. Facts. What I'm not going to do here today, guys, I'm not going to say, hey, my eyes saw something, but then I'm going to make up a million different things and say, that's not what my eyes saw. We don't want no conspiracies. We don't want no conspiracy theories, none of that. My man Joshua got beat last night. And we ain't going to make no excuses. He got beat. That dude, Usyk, is probably one of the best boxers in the heavyweight division right now today, next to Tyson Fury. Next to Tyson Fury. And he's a lot better than Tyson Fury in some ways, especially when it comes to angles and footwork, because he's smaller and he's lighter. But the next to Tyson Fury, that guy right there is nothing to play with. You're going to have to know something. This dude goes all over the world and fights champions. Won the cruiserweight tournament. He goes all over been to the U.S., beat Michael Hunter. He goes all over the world and beats people. He's the definition of a true road warrior. He goes on the road in front of your crowd where he has no fans, in front of your judges where he can get robbed by your judges in your country, in front of your referee, in front of your in your locker room, in hostile environments where he don't have any fans, and he goes over there and he kicks ass and leaves with belts. I got to get that man his props, dog. I got to give him his props. What I'm not going to do, I'm not going to defecate on Usyk. I talked a lot of trash about him last week. Guess what? He proved me wrong, and I'm going to give him his props. And I'm going to be here tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I ain't running from no smoke from nobody. Because I promise you, I will get the last laugh. October the 9th. I can promise you that. Woo! I can promise you that. Shout out to Teach. He say all of what Coach mentioned, heavyweight fighters don't have. Usyk brought that and brought the style of a lower weight class into the heavyweight division. Yes, sir. He said, I saw the fighters yesterday who was trying to be perfect, afraid to take a chance, confused, no confidence, needs to have a talk with Lennox Lewis. Squash the beef. Listen, Anthony Joshua needs to get rid of Rob McCracken, his whole team. Say, listen, it's been a nice ride. I love you guys. But guess what? I need to get with Lennox Lewis. Anthony Joshua needs to leave the UK and come over here to America and get with one of these American style trainers. Get with Tommy Brooks. Get with Ronnie Shields. If you don't like Ronnie Shields, get with Buddy McGirt. He needs that American, we're gonna beat your ass type style training. I'm talking about from the real coaches. I ain't talking about from no damn Malik Scott. Now, I ain't talking about from that nigga. That ain't nobody. I'm talking about from, he needs that style. Let me share something with you guys. He say Usyk fought a fair fight and Joshua just lost. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Now you guys know, he said, exactly, coach. I gave Usyk his props and ate crow. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, absolutely. DJ say AJ wasn't as bad as people think he is, but he never was that guy. But guess what, DJ? It's a whole lot of fighters I can think of in the heavyweight division was not as bad as people thought made them to be. And he was not that guy. AJ ain't the only one. He not the only one. But I know your position, though. This dude here say, stop shouting. Why don't you stop listening, Mr. Rick? You here watching my show. If you don't like me shouting, guess what? Get the fuck off the block. I don't give a damn about you and don't care nothing about whether you like the content or not. I didn't ask you to come over here, Mr. Rick. You can leave anytime you feel free. Really, though. Let's see. Jonathan says, Fury would beat AJ easy. I have to agree with that from what I saw last night. Jilson says, so now Usyk is better than Wilder. Wilder haters can't stop hating. What are you talking about? We're giving Usyk his props. You're talking about everybody has an opinion. You probably feel like Wilder's the best fighter that ever walked the earth. That's your opinion. If somebody feels like that Usyk is better than Wilder, that's their opinion. No one has to agree with you. And you don't have to agree with them. That's why we have opinions. That's it. That's it. Let's see. Bomb Squad. There go Bomb. Bomb Squad, where you been at, man?
Okay.
Bomb Squad, where you been at, dog? Where you been at? Where you been at, Bomb Squad? Man, I ain't seen you since 72. Where you been at?
To this day.
Let's hit the to this day for Bomb Squad.
To this day.
He says, Joshua lost on purpose so he can duck Wilder. But I got there, Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad, where you been at, baby?
To this day.
Bomb Squad need to cut it out. So you say he went there and lost so he could duck Wilder. I got there, Bomb Squad. Hey, salute the Bomb Squad, man.
What?
I say salute the Bomb Squad.
Yeah.
I got there, Bomb Squad, boy. I ain't seen you since 72, boy. I got all kind of, listen, I have all kind of people come over. Listen, if you're new to the channel, man, please subscribe, hit the like button. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and click the link in the description below if you want to cop that merch, man. We got these new hoodies over there, man. And check it out, though, man. I'm gonna show y'all the website in a minute. Bear with me. But we finna go over here and start cooking. You know I'm ready to cook, though. John Fury says, UK boxing is dead. It's over. Wilder wins, Bomb Squad.
Okay.
Oh man, he said American isn't producing any decent boxers in the heavyweight division right now. You're right about that. He just needs to find his killer instinct again. Hey, like Christopher. Now I will give you credit when you're right. You are right about that. America is not producing any decent heavyweight boxers in the heavyweight division. That's facts. That's facts. Listen, the heavyweight division for Americans for America is terrible. You got Wilder, and that's it. That's it. And then he got beat down by Tyson Fury. We ain't got nothing over here. Nothing. There's no heavyweights really outside of Wilder in America. Well, we got my dog Trevor Bryan now. We do got my dog Trevor Bryan. They ducking Trevor Bryan. We got my dog Trevor Bryan. But outside of Wilder and Trevor Bryan, who for some reason the Alphabet Boys don't want to get behind, even though he's black and he's an American heavyweight champion. For some reason they don't want to get behind him. But that's neither here nor there. If you didn't have a double standard, you wouldn't have one at all. That's neither here nor there. But anyways, Nissan Warrior says AJ's game plan was bad. He would never outbox Usyk. Facts. From pure boxing skills viewpoint, Usyk is the best in the heavyweight division. I kind of agree with that. Just, this dude is the Matrix. AJ needs to use his strength, punching power, and size, and just brawl him. But let's go over here. Joshua needs to work on speed and footwork. Let's see. Robert Brown says Wilder and Fury will be fighting because Fury will lose. Wilder and Fury will be fighting because Fury will lose? That doesn't make any sense, bro. You're supposed to say Wilder and Fury will be fighting and Fury will lose. So you think. Not because Fury will lose. That don't make no sense, bro. Probably got to go back to school or something. DJ says, I believe AJ would get stomped out in a rematch as well, unless he makes changes in this camp. Yeah, he got to make changes in this camp. He got to make some changes. Rod McCracken has to go. AJ was getting hurt by those shots. He was cowering away. That's what I saw. He said that's the truth of it. Imagine if Wilder's speed allowed him to get that right hand on AJ. Well, we saw Wilder get the right hand on Fury on the first fight. Fury got up. We saw Wilder get the right hand on Fury in the second fight as well. Fury ate it. Would AJ be able to take a right hand from Wilder? Probably not. Probably not. So you might have a point there. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Let's see. Michael Buffer says, I'm a Joshua fan and I picked Usyk to win, coach. I was honest. And that's what AJ needs, to be honest and stop being too loyal. Yeah, he got to get rid of those guys in his camp. He got to get rid of those guys in this camp. Rob McCracken got to go. I think he needs to switch it up. He got to get some killers over there. You know, but let me share something with you, right? Then I'm gonna share something with you guys. He said AJ is not a 1 point knockout type of boxer. No, he's not. He says simply study Riddick Bowe and George Foreman, and bam, AJ wins. Yeah, but you got to have a mindset in order to, you know, to go to that. He said, I can't believe AJ. He looked shocked that he lost. He needs to change trainers. I'm finna tell you guys what I saw last night. Shout out to my main man, Mark Nash.
Hey, okay.
He said Bruce been up late grinding, getting the class. Shout out to my main man, Mark Nash. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's see. Graham Taylor says Rob McCracken should have shouting. He says should have shouting in AJ's face, saying you're blowing it, son, like Dundee did against Sugar Ray, not telling him to use his jab. Yeah, I don't know anything about Rob McCracken. I know this guy is, you know, he's supposed to be AJ's guy, and he's supposed to be some kind of genius from the UK trainer or whatever. I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I don't know about who are the good trainers in the UK. To be fair, I don't know. Hell, I barely know the ones who's supposed to be the good trainers here in the United States. I only know like maybe 4 or 5. We know we have Eddie Reynoso, well, with Canelo and them. You know, we have like Ronnie Shields. We have Errol Spence's trainer. And we have Buddy McGirt. We have Tommy Brooks is still out there. He hasn't been training anybody. And I think if it might be some more I'm missing, that's about it though. If it's some more I'm missing, that's about it. Let me see something. Yeah, if it's some more I'm missing, guys, that's about it. So let's see what's going on. He says, Game Set Match said, like Tyson Fury said, Joshua shouldn't jump straight on Usyk. You know, he said Joshua should jump straight on Usyk and use his power to try and take him out. He would get hit, but so would Usyk. But if that doesn't work, then Usyk is just a better fighter. Yeah, game plan was wrong. He said, Coach Lady Shan called Ness PBC fanboy. It ended badly. They were swearing at each other. Wow. Oh, well. I wasn't watching. So he said, AJ is too commercialized. Philip Fly say Rob McCracken. Haleen say, why are people comparing AJ to Lewis? I don't know if anyone is comparing him to Lewis, Haleen. He says, Haleen, you know boxing. You know AJ does not have that mentality of Lennox. You know what I'm talking about, bro. Okay. He said, only changes I've seen from Malik Scott do with Wilder is learn him how to swim in the fights of the pool instead of in the ring. Yeah, Malik Scott ain't no trainer, man. I ain't got no faith in Malik Scott at all. He's a glorified yes man. He got so he all his team. That's what they got over there. He just sucking up Wilder, sucking them dry. That's what I see. A bunch of cheerleaders and yes men over there. Let's see. Nissan said the most laughable thing was his cornerman constantly shouting, "Brilliant, AJ." He's probably has a few yes men in his camp. You're right about that. If they were saying that, because Nissan Warrior, I didn't hear that. But if that's what they were saying, he got to get rid of them dudes. Needs to get rid of the people in the champ. I'm an AJ fan, but he needs a new coach. He most definitely needs a new coach. Damn all that loyalty shit. You getting your ass beat, right? Paul says Anthony Joshua is the Conor McGregor of boxing in some ways. AJ isn't cocky or mouthy like McGregor, but AJ has been caught out a few times. AJ buckles under pressure. You know what? It seemed like someone catches him and he panics. That's exactly what I saw last night. When someone catches him, he panics, and that's what I saw last night. But let's go over here though. Anthony Joshua's career is not over as a heavyweight. He's not the heavyweight division ain't got that many good guys anyways. You got Dillian White. And Odo Wallin might be good too, for all I know. You got Dillian White, you got Joe Joyce, Dillian White, Joe Joyce, you got Wallin, you have of course Tyson Fury, he's number 1. I got him number 1 in the heavyweight division. He don't have any losses. You got Wilder, Joshua, and you got Usyk. You got Usyk. You got Usyk. Yeah. So, I mean, he can still bounce back. Anything can happen. But guess what? He's going to have to change that nice guy friendly shit. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I don't kick it with the chat a little bit today. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Let's go on over here. Oh, but guess what, though? We got a heavyweight fight coming up October the 9th. Somebody going to do some laughing that day, and somebody going to do some crying that day. We're going to find out. This the shit I'm talking about right here. Let me tell you something about where I'm from. Now, you know what? I ain't going to talk about that. This the shit I'm talking about. Let's go right here. After the fight, Joshua goes into Usyk goes into Joshua's locker room. They took a picture together. Now, as you can see, Usyk's face is pretty bust up. Got a cut right there and everything, right? Joshua looked kind of puffy right there. But this guy dominated this guy. I wondered, guys, why were they so friendly with each other before the fight? Leading up to the fight, when Usyk finally landed in London, and we saw a lot of the hugging and, the friendly stuff. Like, it was strange to me. It's very, 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 very strange to me. Very strange to me, right? Joshua got beat yesterday. No excuses. None. No water bottle, no costume, no referees, no athletic commissions, no judges, none of that. He just got his ass beat. Facts, right? He ain't make no, so far from what I heard, he ain't make no excuses. From what I heard. But I come from an era, right, where when Tyson was in his prime, when he was with Kevin Rooney, Tyson from 1985 up until 1989. When he was with Kevin Rooney, that Tyson there was, you didn't see none of this. I'm not going to be hugging with you, and I'm not going to be friendly with you, and we ain't finna be doing all that shit. AJ lost himself. He needs to either lose his team or retire. I love AJ, but he needs to reconsider what he wants to do in life. He needs a whole new team. He needs a whole new team. He needs a whole new team. AJ, he said, you are spot on. Supposed to be enemies, not friends. Man, listen, let me tell you something. Bro, the era where I come from, right, I couldn't imagine George Foreman hugging Frazier before the fight. Now, this is after the fight, of course. But before the fight, there's plenty of videos of Joshua and Usyk. They taking selfies when they was trying the gloves on. They was taking selfies together. I've never seen nothing like this for my life. Imagine George Foreman hugging Ali after the fight, after Ali whooped his ass. Imagine Mike Tyson going in the Buster Douglas locker room, hugging and giving him some sugar after he whooped his ass. Imagine Lennox Lewis when Rockman knocked him out. He going into Rockman coming into his locker room, and they giving each other sugar before the fight and after the fight. You just don't see this, dog. Now, Anthony Joshua is a nice guy. He's nice. That's just who he is, guys. What I was wrong about Anthony Joshua, guys, what I was wrong about Anthony Joshua was this. And I'm gonna be fair. I'm a fan of Anthony Joshua, but I gotta be fair. He's not the fighter that I thought he was. He's not the fighter that I thought he was. He doesn't have the dog in him. He doesn't have that killer instinct. He doesn't have that passion, and he can't dig deep. And that's just not him. And that's just me being honest, guys. And then that's just me being honest. I'm just being honest. They was taking selfies in the locker room before. When they was trying the gloves on, right? At the weigh-in. When they went at the weigh-in and when they tried the gloves on, they taking selfies. Now, Joshua, as you can see, look at Usyk's face. His face, like he was getting hit now. He was getting hit. He was getting hit. He got a cut right there. He got stitches right there. They stitched him up right here. He got stitches right here. He was getting hit. But boy, don't let this face fool you. His face looked messed up. But man, he was beating the brace off of Joshua. But let's move on. Bruh, one Joshua, you are too friendly, sir. Let me tell you guys something. Once I sign a contract, hold on. Once I sign a, shout out to Camille. Once I sign a contract that me and you are going to fight, guess what? Nigga, we ain't no friends. We ain't taking no pictures. I'm not hugging you. We ain't taking no selfies. It's F you. I don't like you. I don't like your mama. I don't like your sister. I don't like your brother. I don't like your cousin. I don't like your wife. I don't like your dog. I don't like your homeboys. I don't like your team. Once I sign that contract to fight you, it's beef. It's beef. I'm mad. I'm angry. I'm going to do whatever it takes psychologically to get me in there. Joshua like Frank Bruno, coach. He say they just different over there. And they have real issues. Listen, real talk. Check this out, fam. Boy, you took the words right out of my mouth. Joshua is my again, he's my favorite heavyweight. But Joshua is more like Frank Bruno. He's nothing like Lennox Lewis. Just old friendly old chap. He gonna take pictures with the women, kiss the babies, hug his opponents, be real nice to his opponents. There's nothing wrong with, listen. He said mutual respect is just old school sportsmanship. The era of disrespecting people is just not class. No, this has nothing to do with disrespect. You're misunderstanding Christopher. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button, and click the link in the description below to get the merch. New Media Today USA hoodies. We got the hoodies, baby, but it looks so comfortable on me. Wouldn't you agree? You're misunderstanding mutual respect for we are going to war. I can respect you and not give you some sugar at the same time. I can respect you and not give you hugs and kisses at the same time. He say, mutual respect is just old school sportsmanship. Listen, listen, bro. There's a difference between Frank Bruno and Lennox Lewis. Coach, I still think he does. He just have to find himself again. I totally agree. Wrong game plan. Hit the like button and subscribe. I can respect you and have mutual respect for you. But guess what? When I sign that contract with you, the hell with you. The hell with you. Paul CX says, nothing to do with being from England. Joshua was just soft. He learned to box because he was scared of getting pushed up on in jail. This guy said he shouts. Yes, I do shout. And you are still here. I appreciate the watch time I was doing. He said same thing what Jones was saying. You got to be a killer in that ring. Yeah, there's no killer. Listen, Joshua's my favorite heavyweight, right? But I'm gonna be honest with my favorite heavyweight. The Anthony Joshua that fought Vladimir Klitschko, that Anthony Joshua is dead. He's not there anymore. The Anthony Joshua that fights very cautious, that's not sure of himself, that's very timid, and when he gets hit with a clean shot, he looks like he's lost and he doesn't know what to do. That Andy Ruiz Joshua, the one that lost to Andy Ruiz, this is who Joshua is right now. That Joshua's not going to beat anybody. He's not going to beat anybody. He said, I do agree that AJ needs to come into the fight with more fire in his belly. But I see no problem with showing respect to the opponent. Y'all totally misunderstanding what I'm saying. To all you guys who say I see no nothing wrong with showing respect to your opponent. Maybe it's a culture thing. I think it's a cultural thing. Maybe in the UK, you guys do stuff a little different. It's probably a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing. That's all I'm gonna say. It's a cultural thing. Shout out to my brother Retro Boss from the documentaries.
Hey, okay.
Hey, Retro, I think it's a cultural thing because you lived in the UK as well and you lived in the States. I think it's a cultural thing. It's a cultural thing, guys. Because these guys saying, well, ain't nothing wrong with showing respect to your opponent. And then, those guys who saying that, they clearly don't know what I'm talking about. They clearly don't know what I'm talking about. I've never seen a fighter. When I sign a contract with you, I respect you because I know what you're bringing to the table. But I am not taking pictures with you. I'm not hugging up with you. I'm not joking with you. I don't give a damn about you once I sign that contract. I respect you, but I don't give a damn about you. That's the fire and the pit of my stomach that I'm drawing from. Maybe it's a culture thing, and maybe it is. I don't know. In the UK, maybe it is. You know, old chap, and we gonna sit at Scotland Yard and sip on the tea. Maybe that's cool. But I'm saying, in this culture over here, you don't do that. And this, I'm not making mockery. I'm calling it the way I see it. Lennox Lewis came over here to the United States. He got with Emmanuel Stewart. And as a matter of fact, hold on. Let me show you guys something. I got a whole lot of shit to talk about. Let's see what Dillian White got to say. Now, Dillian White is from the UK, right? Let's see what Dillian White got to say. Dillian White is from the UK, right? I got some things I want to share with you guys today. Dillian White is from the UK, right? Let's see what Dillian White had to say. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit the like button for the old boy. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the like button for the old boy. Let's see what Dillian White had to say. I'm gonna let y'all hear a little part of what Dillian White had to say. I know what I'm talking about. I believe I know what I'm talking about anyways. But it's nice to know that when you have other people who. Let's see what we got. We're going to start with Dillian White. And then when we leave Dillian White, we're going to go to George Foreman. And then we leave George Foreman, we're going to go to Lennox Lewis. You ain't got to agree with them. But these are just two Hall of Famers. Two Hall of Famers. You ain't got to agree with them, though. But these are just two Hall of Famers.
Last night at Tottenham.
A couple of minutes. I lost way longer than that, bro.
All right, here we go. This is Dillian White right here.
Last night, you lasted
TV.
2 minutes.
No, I didn't. Last night, you came for 2 minutes. But no, yeah, go on.
Just looking back on that last night, what was your honest assessment of Joshua's performance?
I thought Usyk should win by TKO in the last round. I thought they gave Joshua way too much time. Yeah, he just sagged on the rope and just stood there and didn't do anything. I thought that Usyk deserved a TKO victory. I was surprised with the fact when I picked Joshua to win in 7 rounds because I thought it would.
Now, Dillian White said he picked Joshua to win in 7 rounds. He thought that Joshua was going to impose his will. He was the bigger man. This is what Dillian White said. Jonathan said Bruno is the most loved fighter in the UK. Yeah, I believe that. Mark D said, well, coach, I don't agree with all this cultural thing, but seeing he was just all smiles and cheer from the locker room does show he didn't bother so much. That's what's bothering me. Yeah, whether you agree with the cultural thing or not is irrelevant. I didn't say it was a cultural thing. I said maybe. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. I don't know. But from what I saw, it's just certain things you just don't do. Anyways, let's see what Dillian White had to say, though.
Enforce his size and pressure and sheer bulk and athleticism and punch power, but he didn't. He was just reserved and very, I don't know. He was like, yeah, he was sensitive. He was a bit like, I want to punch, I'm not going to punch. I want to move my head, I'm not going to move my head. It's weird, man. Weird. I don't know. It was weird. It was like the whole Underwood's performance over again. That's a weird absent. Like his mind is a bit absent. It's just weird. Just weird.
He said it was like the Andy Ruiz performance all over again. He said he don't know. Dillian White picked Anthony Joshua to win the fight. So for all you guys who don't like Dillian White and say, well, Dillian White just always saying some negative stuff about Joshua. He hated. He picked Joshua to win the fight. And he was shocked at what the performance he saw. Just like I was shocked. I'm not surprised if a fighter loses, but it's the way you lose that matters. Dillian White said that he was surprised. Joshua didn't, he thought he was going to use his size and bully him and stuff like that. He said he was shocked. He didn't do it. He looked very timid in the ring. I don't know if I want to throw a punch. I should throw a punch. Maybe I can throw a punch. I shouldn't throw a punch. This is the interview with the day after. I totally agree with that. He was very indecisive. He was confused. That has a lot to do with his corner. Nissan Warrior said, I get where you're coming from, but it works for certain people to get in that war mentality. But being respectful worked for Usyk, though. Guys like Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr. switch when he have to kill. Usyk is different. Usyk is an assassin. No, he'll come in there and give you a hug and all that stuff there and be like, yeah, I'm going to beat your ass. Usyk, this is what I think Usyk is doing. Usyk coming out, he knew Johnson was old, friendly, jolly guy. Oh, he's friendly and jolly. I got him. That's all it was. Peter Von Ark says, AJ fans are having a hard time with it. I'm an AJ fan, but guess what? Peter Von Ark, I am not having a hard time with it. I can promise you that. Because one thing about me, as I said before, I don't have an emotional attachment to no fighters. I do not have any emotional attachment to Anthony Joshua. So when he loses, I won't go home and cry at night. I'm going to have a good day. I don't have an emotional attachment to Wilder. So when he loses, I won't cry at night. I'm going to have a good day. If Fury loses, I won't cry at night. If Crawford loses, my favorite fighter, I won't cry at night. I'm fine. I don't have any emotional attachment to fighters. I don't know these fighters personally. I'm not getting a check from these fighters. These fighters are rich. When they go home at night, they sleep in their mansions and they sleep on a bed full of money. So I don't have an emotional attachment to no fighters. But I get what you're saying, though. Some AJ fans are having a hard time with it. I get your point. As Rick James would say, I get your point. It ain't that serious to me. Alan Skill says, Usyk, the smiling assassin. Yes. 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 He says, no one is having a hard time. No one is having a hard time. Having a hard time is making up conspiracy theories. Julio says, AJ been soft. He's too nice. He says, keep that same energy. That's right. You got to keep that same energy. Antonio says, White doesn't know jack about boxing. In the first fight against Ruiz, AJ was 254 pounds and tried to blast him, which it backfired. Rematch, Joshua showed adaptability and won. Style makes fights. Dillian White does know jack about boxing. He's a boxer. I disagree with that. I disagree with that, brother. Irvin says, all of a sudden, Usyk is the best. Wow. All of a sudden, Usyk is the best. Yeah, I don't know about that. You know, I'm saying he's one of the best in the heavyweight division. I mean, I don't think no one can argue that. As a matter of fact, but hold on. I'm not finished. That's what Dillian White said, right?
Did Oleksandr Usyk fight exactly how you thought he would fight?
No, he fought a lot more.
I do not own the rights to this material that I am playing. Everything that I am playing today is for demonstrate. It's for educational purposes only. I do not own the rights to the material that I am playing today. Everything that I play is for educational purposes only. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe to the old boy. And don't forget to click the link in the description, but in the description below to get your merch. New Media Today USA sweaters. Feel real nice, man. Feel real nice. Wintertime coming up. But anyways, here we go.
Because Joshua allowed him to be. Joshua kept on stinging him and wasn't following up. And every time he stung him, Usyk got stood in front of him, got stung and stood in front of him and started throwing hands. And Joshua just let him do it. It was like, can't you see you've hurt him? You hurt him with the right hook. You hurt him with a straight right hand. What are you doing? Joshua hurt him and just back up. I didn't get it. I'm still a bit baffled.
So basically, he's saying he's baffled about Joshua's performance. Joshua hurt Usyk several times in that fight, but for some reason, he would not go in for the kill. He would not follow up. He hurt him a few times in the fight. He did. To be fair to Joshua, he did hurt Usyk a couple times, and he wouldn't. For some reason, it was like maybe 2 rounds in the fight that I gave Joshua. He started coming forward. When he came forward and put Usyk on the back foot, and he started stinging him and catching him, it was working. And then he just kind of like, when he got hit, he backed up, and I don't know. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. He said coach is having a hard time because this man Trevor Bryan missed the AJ. Hey, don't talk about my dog Trevor Bryan. Don't talk about my dog Trevor Bryan. Don't talk about my dog Trevor Bryan, man.
Hey, okay.
Trevor Bryan, man. Trevor Bryan. Hey, don't talk about my dog Trevor Bryan. Don't do that. He said exactly all that. After the fight, we can be cool. Yeah, I'm not. Listen, all I'm saying is this here, bro. For all you guys, oh man, we got to be, we got to have respect for our opponent. There's nothing wrong with that. You misunderstanding what respect for your opponent is. That has nothing to do with me making love to you before the fight, giving you some sugar before the fight, giving you back massages and taking pictures with you. Oh, how's the kids? Oh, how are your kids? How's the wife? Oh, the wife's doing well, Dandy. Hey, when you finish the fight, did you want to have a shindy, at the local pub? No, damn all that. Bruh, let me tell you something. For you guys, for you old friendly guys, for you old, oh, coach, you tripping. We ain't got no nasty attitude. We have class over here. And when we drink tea, we have our pinky. For you guys who on that deal, man, damn all of that. When I signed that contract to fight you, guess what? I'm on your ass. Everything in my power is to beat your ass that night. We ain't taking no pictures. I'm not hugging you, kissing you, making you feel good. None of that. We can do that after the fight. And that's only if I win. It's subjective to me. Whether you agree with it or not is irrelevant to me. I'm showing you respect by going in the goddamn gym, training hard, because I know I'm gonna need everything in my power to beat you. That's how I show respect. I show respect when I beat your ass. I show respect by doing that. After the fight, we can take a picture kind of like what AJ and Usyk did. We can do that after the fight. And guess what? I show respect then. But before the fight, we ain't doing none of that. And guess what? We can just agree to disagree on that. I ain't looking for nobody to agree with me on that. Go ahead, drink your tea. Put your pinky ring in the air. Do whatever you do. But guess what? Guess what? You ain't gonna convince me of that shit. And I mean that. And if I offend you for what I'm saying, I am not going to apologize for that. I gotta call it like I see it. Joshua's my guy. But guess what? He's more Frank Bruno. He's more like Frank Bruno than Lennox Lewis. And he wasn't who I thought he was as a fighter. I was wrong on that. And I have to be honest with myself. See, one thing about me, I'm going to be honest with myself. I care nothing about what people in the chat would say or what anyone else would say. I have to be honest with myself. Again, guys, I'm not the guy who's going to, I got to call it the way I see it. I don't make excuses for fighters, and I don't come up with conspiracy theories. I'm going to call it the way I see it. If I love hard, I criticize hard. That's what my mother used to tell me. She say, if I love hard, I criticize hard. If you grew up in a soft household, you will not understand that. I grew up in the 70s and 80s and 90s. And the parents who raised me, the people who raised me, the women who raised me, the OGs in the street who raised me, when they loved you hard, they criticized you hard. Everybody can't take criticism because they want to be coddled. They want somebody to give some sugar. They want somebody to be their friend. I care nothing about your friendship. I got enough friends, and I'm trying to get rid of some of them right now. Care nothing about that. This ain't no popularity contest. I'm going to call it the way I see it, regardless of who, what, when, where, or how. We don't have to agree with it. And what I feel is subjective to me. It's subjective to me. Keyword, subjective. Okay, send out the exclusive.
Hey, okay.
We're dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, Usyk is like Manny Pacquiao, coach. He'll give you a hug and some sugar and then jump on you in the round. Yeah. And if you're going to do that, do that. He said, AJ has the athleticism footwork. Look of what champions should be. The mental fortitude is just not there. Nah. The mental fortitude was not there for me. He said, well, if Usyk beat AJ again, Fury is going to have to fight him. Andrew Baxter said, Usyk does get hit. That's why I have Wilder knocking him out. But he said, but we might never see that fight as Wilder ain't beating Fury. Boy, if Wilder don't beat Fury, I agree with what you said before. Joshua should bulk to the bullet Usyk in the ring. I shot a video last week talking about that. You're going to have to muscle him. I thought he was going to do that. To be fair. I was totally wrong. I was totally wrong. He said that's the problem, coach. This soft generation is too sensitive and pillow. Exactly. Renee Box, you don't hit the nail right on the head. They so soft. Soft has become the norm. Soft has become the norm. He say, Coach, what do you think about what do you think of the fight? I was wrong. I had Jay take the loss, but I'm kind of surprised. Yeah, I was surprised that I thought he was prepared. Like I didn't know they wasn't prepared. Halim said AJ Corner looked confused with no plan A or C, B or C. Well, we don't do plan C according to Tommy Brooks. Tommy Brooks said you have a plan A and a plan B. If the plan A don't work, you go to plan B. Hall of Fame trainer Tommy Brooks. If plan B don't work, we go back to plan A. They had a plan A and that was it. That was it. Mr. G said there's no dog in AJ. If there ever was, Usyk beat it out of him. Now I think Andrew Ruiz did that. I think Andrew Ruiz did that. He hasn't been the same since then. Joshua has no killer instinct. Thanks for that. Yeah. That's my honest assessment. Is he one of my favorite? Is he still my guy? Do I still like Anthony Joshua? Of course I do. But can I be honest and be truthful and say, hey, he doesn't have that killer. He doesn't have that killer instinct. He doesn't have that passion, that drive, that grit. Can I be honest and say that? Yes. I know what my eyes tell me. But it's not over with for him as a heavyweight. It's not over with for him. He can bounce back, but he's going to have to get rid of Rob McCracken. Rob McCracken has to go. Listen, it's been good while it lasted. We've been friends, Rob. You've been with me a long time. I love you. Yada, 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 yada. But guess what? It's time for a change. Right now, I'm fighting too timid. I'm fighting too soft. I got little dudes, cruiserweights coming up, beating my ass. They're coming in my trap, take over my trap. I was gun shy. I touched him a little bit. I was indecisive. And you know what? That has a lot to do with you. And you guys was not motivating me and really telling me the right things I needed to hear and telling me the adjustments that I need to make in order to win this fight. You guys have to go. I love you. We're still going to be friends, but you got to go. You got to be loyal. Man, damn all that. Damn, we can be loyal, but this is business. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man exclusive for dropping that $2 damn super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, from what I've seen, Usyk can beat them all, coach. Well, I don't know about that. He's going to have to fight them all in order to beat them all. But I will say this. You see what Tyson Fury did? Tyson Fury had Ben Davison. Ben Davison is another one of those soft trainers that Tyson Fury felt. That Ben Davison is Tyson Fury's friend. Now, Ben Davison did good with my main man, Josh Taylor. I like Josh Taylor. But Josh Taylor's just a dog. He's one of those fighters. He's a dog, right? Josh Taylor's a dog. So if Ben Davison did tell him something, Josh Taylor gonna dig deep and say, man, this shit ain't working. I'm finna do what I gotta do, right? But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Tyson Fury said, you know what, man, I was boxing with Ben Davison. He's my friend. He helped me get over alcoholism and helped me lose weight and helped me fight these two tomato cans I fought. But you know what? When I fought Wilder, I could have did a whole lot better than that. He didn't say I'm going to run it back with Ben Davison because Ben Davison has this cautious, stay away from the right hand, wait for him to make a mistake and counter. No, he said, no, I need something more than that. Tyson Fury said, I need something more than that. Guess who else said that? Lennox Lewis did the same thing. He said, you know what, man? The guys who I started with are not the guys who I finished with. Lennox Lewis ended up leaving everything, and he came to America, and he got with who? He got with the great Emmanuel Stewart. And the rest is history. Hall of Famer right now. Shout out to Rider of the Storm.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, salute, coaching fam. Working on the roof. Shout out to my brother Rider of the Storm. He said, do you think Wilder and AJ lose again? Do you think they will fight each other now? Much love to the congregation. Nah, they won't fight each other. They won't fight each other. They won't fight each other. This brother here says, all these people are wrong. AJ has the mental and physical tools to be an Olympic champion. and then went on to become unified heavyweight champion. Yeah, but listen, we're not knocking that, right? AJ is my favorite heavyweight. He has become unified twice. But you have to agree that the AJ who fought Vladimir Klitschko, that AJ is dead. Well, he's gone for now. The AJ who fought Vladimir Klitschko, that AJ is gone. And I was looking at him in that light. I was looking at him in, the Andy Ruiz fight, that was just a little hiccup. I was looking at him in that light. He's not that person anymore right now. Can he come back? Yes, he can. But it's going to have to be here. Guess what? I'm not finished. I don't want to be too long. Jerome says that I'm exactly, coach. AJ didn't take the matter into his own hands and fight like his life depended on it. Definitely like the dog. Yeah. Food Revolution said AJ is my favorite heavyweight. Maybe AJ is bored. It almost seems as though he did it on purpose. If so, he needs to hang it up. Yeah, I didn't see. I didn't see it. So anyways, let's move on. Let's get to this. Let's get to this, guys. I'm finna break this down like a 57 Chevy. Dillian White right here. Now, this was Dillian White after the fight, right? This is Dillian White after the fight. This is what he said directly after the fight. So you get the raw emotion right here, right? After the fight.
Hello, Tadoom.
The hell is Tadoom? 28-second mark. All right, this behind the gloves, right? Michelle Phelps. All right. Y'all listen to this. Tell me if you agree with it.
Dillian White?
Hello. You're downgrading now.
I know. It's because I'm solo down here. What did you make of?
I do not own the rights to the material that I am playing today. What I am playing is for educational purposes only, and it is covered under the Fair Usage Act. Fair Usage Act.
Oleksandr Usyk defeating Anthony Joshua.
He boxed so Joshua seemed very gun shy. Didn't want to let his hands go, and seemed like he's stuck in the middle of what he wanted to do the whole time. It seemed like he was always hesitating, and Usyk took advantage of it.
He said that Joshua seemed gun shy. That's what I saw last night. He didn't want to let his hands go. That's what I saw last night. He said he wasn't sure of himself or something. That's what I saw last night. And I'm exclusive. Alan Skill says, Coach, you are 1,000,000% correct. I have said AJ needs a different coach since he lost to Andy Ruiz, someone like a modern day Emmanuel Stewart on Resurrected Boston. Hell, I would love to see him get with what's the dude named Teddy Atlas. Exclusive says AJ has no punch resistance at all. You're right, he has no punch resistance. He can't take a punch. Charlo says, my personal opinion, you can't change someone's natural ability. For me, AJ would never be a boxer. So it needs to go back to the basics. Same reason why I think Wilder will be in trouble October the 9th. Bon Scott says, AJ has lost his heart and his venom when the millions started rolling in, G. Oh, I see what you're saying. He doesn't have that passion anymore. It's like the money started rolling in. Shout out to Souza.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, should AJ get rid of McCracken? Yes, and yes. McCracken should have been fired that same night. I would have fired McCracken in the corner, man. It's over with, man. We everything was good, baby boy. We know you took me as far as you could take me.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to he said Rob Real shows my brother. He says, Coach, besides being surprised, were you angry at Joshua loss? No, I wasn't angry. I wasn't angry at all. And I'm not throwing AJ away. I'm not one of these fair weather guys who say, oh man, your fighter lost. Hey, I'm done with him. I'm through with him. The hell with AJ. No, I'm not saying that. I still like AJ. He's still my guy. But I have to criticize him. He has to get rid of his trainers and he has to discover that passion and fire back. He has to get that. He says, we need to remember AJ has 43 amateur fights and 26 pro fights. He's achieved a lot. She'll be proud. Usyk has 350 amateur fights and 335 wins. He has vastly more experience. It has nothing to do with the experience, Mickey. I'm talking about heart and passion. Mark D says that with 20 seconds more, the results in a KO. Not talking about that weird clock towards the end. He said, you know, Teddy is a big fan of Ukraine fighters. Yeah, he the same one that said that Lomachenko was pound for pound #1 over Crawford, and Crawford and Canelo and Andre Ward when he had in 10 fights and he was 9-1. And then after that, what happened? Teofimo beat the brakes off of him. So we know what he gonna like here. We know that. But I like the fact that AJ is got a immediate rematch. I like the fact that he did that. He said, Coach, I think AJ should give me and you all his money to help him get his hunger back. Yeah, we just cozy old chaps, and we're family, and we go out to eat together, and we drink tea and shandies, and that shit make me sick, disgust me. Anyways, that's what Dillian White said, right? Dillian White said that he feels that and here goes Joshua. This Joshua right here, guys. We finna get it along. Joshua right here after the fight. He says, keep positive, even in the world, even if the world's crumbling in front of you. London, I love you, and I thank you each and every time. So he's sending a shout out to London. He's in his locker room flexing after the fight. Okay, that's good. That's good. Shout out to London. Shout out to London. Shout out to the UK. Shout out to the UK, man. Shout out to the UK. Let me tell you this. Oleksandr Usyk even went back to the locker room of Anthony Joshua, and he was so touched by him and Joshua's love and respect for each other and all of that stuff there. He went back to Joshua's locker room and he gave him back 2 belts. That's a class act, right? Went back to his locker room and he gave him 2 of his belts that he took from him. And they laughing and, laughing. Oleksandr Usyk pat him on the back. Joshua threw the belts down and said, see you soon. Oleksandr Usyk is a classy old chap. He went back to the locker room and he gave Joshua 2 of his belts back. And him and Joshua laughed and, he took the belts and pat him on the back, threw it down, and he walked off. I can't make this shit up. I can't make this up. You know how disgusted I was when I saw this? I can't make this up. I'm just cut from a different cloth, guys. When I was born, I saw Muhammad Ali fighting in his latter careers, but I went through the Larry Holmes era. I went through the Tyson's era. I went through the Holyfields. I went through the Julio Cesar Chavez era. I went through the marvelous Marvin Hagler era, the Sugar Ray Leonard, the Roberto Duran, the Thomas Hearns. I went through the Lennox Lewis era. The Riddick Bowe era, the Roy Jones, Bernard Hopkins era. I went through the James Toney era, the Julian Jackson era, the Pernell Whitaker era. Dude, I'm cut from a different cloth. Let me get this straight. You come to my house in front of 70,000 plus people, you beat my ass, and then you come back to the locker room and you give me 2 of my belts and pat me on the back, and we have a laugh together. That's class. That's respecting your opponent. Anyways, man. Souza.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Souza for dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Would you say Chisora performed better against Usyk? Yes, yes, and yes. Yes, he performed better he performed better against Usyk. Yes, he did. If so, is it safe to assume that he employed a more aggressive tactic? If he had employed a more aggressive tactic, that he could have beat Usyk in 6 or 7 rounds. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. That's a possibility. He said AJ has won belts as a boxer from Parker and Ruiz, and a puncher from Martin, and he consistently takes high fights. Now everyone balling on him. Look how Fury and Wilder behaves. Take my head. I'm A-shake for him. No one. I'm not balling on AJ. Let me get this straight. My brother, wait for him. You know, me and you cool. You know this. I'm not balling on AJ. I'm saying that I'm calling out. I'm critiquing the fight. What I see that happen, right? I'm critiquing the fight. AJ is not finished as a fighter. Heavyweight, he'll be back. AJ is not finished as a heavyweight. He will be back. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. Click the link in the description below to cop the merch. He will be back. But there's a certain mentality and mindset you have to have. And if you don't understand where I'm coming from, you just don't understand it. You just don't understand it. He say, how do we explain this? I'm confused. Mark D says that these are his belts. He gets new ones with his name engraved. Yeah, you're right about that. I know that. I know he gets it. I know that. But that's not the point. That's not the point. I think sometimes I think I'm just talking over certain people's heads. I think I'm over talking over certain people's heads. That's what I think. Has to be. That's not the point, my brother. He said that's what's done when the champion loses. The sanctioning bodies will send Usyk his own belts. Those belts being handed to Usyk in the ring are ceremonial. Those belts. Listen, that's not the point. You're missing the entire point. Jay Graves, you're missing the entire point. If you understand where I'm coming from, guys, please type 1 in the chat. If you understand where I'm coming from, please type 1 in the chat. Because I don't think a lot of these they don't get it, dog. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. If you understand where I'm coming from, please type 1 in the chat. Because we got some Ralph Tresvant, Christopher Williams, Al B. Sure, Chico and El DeBarge ass dudes in this chat today, man. They don't, bro, like, oh boy. He said they can't spell 1, coach. He said, yeah, I get you. If I was Joshua, I would have refused those belts and said, I'm going to beat you next time. I'm not even saying okay, let's do this one more time. What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this picture, guys? What? I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with this picture. Anthony held the belts up. They started laughing. He patted Anthony on the back, gave Anthony Joshua the belts. He threw the belts on the ground. He started laughing. What the hell is funny? What's funny? And then he say, "See you soon." What's funny? They don't get they don't get it, dog. They don't understand what I'm saying. They don't. He's literally rubbing it. Hold on, Philly Fly. What did he say? Philly Fly say, AJ, and AJ laughing with him. Philly Fly, you just said it. Philly Fly just said it. He's rubbing it in his face. Yes, he is. Bingo. Sorry for me yelling just now. Philly Fly, you hit the nail right on the head. He's rubbing it in his face. He's making mockery of you. He giving you 2 belts. Anthony, I'm giving you 2 belts. Ha, 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 ha. Pat you on the back. Joshua took the belts, threw them down. See you soon. He's rubbing it in your goddamn face. And you smiling about it. And you got some fans in the chat. Oh, man, that's just showing respect to your opponent. You have to have class. Man, what the heck? Man, miss me with that. Miss me with that. Well, I swear, dog. Bro, this here, man. This don't make no goddamn sense. Come on, man. Oh, shout out to Suzanne
Okay.
for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, "What do you think happened to AJ? Mentally defeated and not hungry anymore or fixed? Listen, Joshua will be back, but he has to get rid of Rob McCracken. Get rid of all of those guys over there. Everybody got to go. Joshua, get rid of everybody and take it back and strip all the way down and go back to when you was broke, hungry, and have anything. Get some killers on your side as trainers. Do they have any killers in the AK over there? I mean, in the UK over there. This dude here says, this is the problem with Americans. We show respect to each other in Europe. That's why the US is a laughing stock. I'm done. For this guy to say this right here, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. He say Usyk is clowning AJ. That's what he on. I'm done. I'm done. This guy from the UK say, this is the problem with Americans. We show respect to each other in Europe. That's why the US is a laughing stock. There's a whole lot of shit I can say on that. But I'm going to give you a pass because I think you don't know no better. I'm going to give you a pass. Shout out to Alan Skill. He says, this is totally wrong, coach. If I was in a fight and got beat, it's not just a sports, it's life. Jay Gray said, coach, it's boxing. AJ lost. He shouldn't lose his mind. How can he come back if he allows himself to mentally be defeated? AJ isn't mentally defeated. He said he learned a lot and will be back. I have no comment. I have no comment. I have no comment today, guys. I really don't. I'm literally at a loss of words. I'm literally at a loss of words when I'm reading the chat right here. I'm literally at a loss of words. I really have nothing else to say. Shout out to Renee Box Young. He said, coach said, what the hell is funny? Juan says, too much brotherly love going on in there. Both before and after the fight. No. You know what? You're looking at it wrong. Warren, you're looking at it totally wrong. This is class, and you're looking at it totally wrong. You're looking at it totally wrong.
Okay.
Shout out to Exclusive for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says, I wouldn't feel right accepting I got stomped on. I got stopped on. He said, I would wait for the rematch to get my belts back and get it back in blood. Yeah, I'm done, dog. Like, literally, I'm done, dog. I'm done, dog. I'm not like, I don't know what to say. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. He said, no killers in Britain. Look what Tyson did. Go to America and find a better coach. A killer coach. Someone said AJ made $60 million yesterday. He probably did. Renee Box says, coach, I'm done. He said, coach said, I'm done. Facts, coach. Bro, I can't make this up, bro. They looking at me in the chat. They looking at me like I got 9 heads. They looking at me like I got 9 heads. Like, oh man, this dude here, he don't know what he's talking. Bro, like literally. I'm talking about the mindset that you have to have. You want to make love. I ain't talking about going to the local pub and drinking shandies and we're going to sip tea and have our pinky ring. Man, damn all that. But I get it, though. I get it. And that's what you like. That's what you like. Thank God Tyson Fury ain't like that, though. Thank God Tyson Fury ain't like that. And I'm not even a Tyson Fury fan, but he ain't like that. Philly Fly say they missed the point. They totally missed the point. But anyways, we're talking about a mindset. A mindset. This is what I'm talking about, guys. For all the people who slow out there, I am talking about a mindset that championship fighters, killers must have in order to destroy your opponent. I know some of you guys would like to drink shindies with your opponent. I know some of you guys would like to sip tea at the Scotland Yard. I get it. Guess what? That is not going to bring that hunger, that passion, that fire, that desire back. You got to get rid of them soft-ass trainers in your camp, get rid of Rob McCracken, and get you some goddamn killers. Whoever that killer may be, you need an aggressive style trainer. You are 6'6", 240 pounds. Nigga, fight like you 6'6", 240 pounds. We ain't doing no hugging before the fight. We ain't taking no selfies. And guess what? We ain't goddamn friends once that contract is signed. And yeah, I'm yelling. Yes, I am yelling because these guys don't understand. But this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move on. For those who get it, you get it. For those who don't get it, I'm wasting my goddamn breath. For those who don't get it, I'm wasting my goddamn breath. I'm not even going to try to explain this shit to you no more. But let's keep going on. Let's keep going on. Do I still love Anthony Joshua? Yes, I do. Am I still a fan of Anthony Joshua? Yes, I am, Joshua. I am not giving up on you, sir. You will be back. But I hope, but a hit to the wise is sufficient. I'm not giving up on you, Joshua. You will be back, but a hint to the wise is sufficient. Let's keep moving on. Let's keep moving on. Let's see what George Foreman says. George Foreman is a Hall of Fame coach, right? He said, preach, coach. Joshua way too suspect. Soft mentality. Wise to be a heavyweight prize fighter. My trainer calls the big guys the big uglies. Heavyweight supposed to be monsters. Halim says, true Taylor. Yes. He says, Usyk was nice before the fight, but when he got in the ring, he was ruthless. Joshua forgot that assignment. Rob said, coach, did you bet money on the fight? No, sir, I didn't. I didn't. I'm the bad guy, though. Anthony Joshua was my favorite fighter, favorite heavyweight in the heavyweight division, and I'm honestly criticizing my fighter. Where I'm from, guys, when you love hard, you criticize hard. I'm from the South in the United States, in the state of Florida. Where I come from, when you love hard, you criticize hard. If you are that guy, you should be able to handle the pressure that comes with being that guy. Pressure, what you do under pressure defines who you are. What defines who you are is what you do in pressure situations. That's what made Ali great. That's what made Tyson great when he was boxing with Kevin Rooney before he hooked up with Don King. Right? That's what made Sonny Liston great. That's what made Larry Holmes great. Roy Jones great. Pernell Whitaker great. Julio Cesar Chavez great. Canelo Alvarez great. Tyson Fury great. Got to give him his props. Oleksandr Usyk great. When you're under pressure, what are you going to do? Joshua was able to do that. When he was under pressure against Vladimir Klitschko, he came through in the clutch and he knocked Vladimir Klitschko out. That Anthony Joshua is missing. That's all I'm saying, Joshua. That guy is missing. Rob McCracken is not the guy. And look at this guy right here. This troll right here. He said, I'm not even going to acknowledge you. I'm not even going to acknowledge you. You're a fanboy and you're in your feelings right now. You got caught up on some, you got caught up on some cultural shit. I'm not even going to acknowledge this fool. Go sip you some tea, homie, and go to the local pub and drink you some shandies. You'll be all right. And I'm talking about this guy right here. You're on the wrong channel, homie. You're on the wrong channel. Mercy Grace says, could you imagine doing that to Mike Tyson? Bruh. They don't get it, dog. They don't get it. They don't get it. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's see what George Foreman say, though. Hall of Fame coach George Foreman. Hall of Fame fighter George Foreman. George Foreman said this. He said, I saw the Joshua Usyk fight last night. He said, AJ seemed afraid. This is what George Foreman says. He's a Hall of Famer. I think two-time heavyweight champion of the world. He became one of the oldest heavyweights to win the title. if not the oldest. George Foreman, George Foreman, Hall of Fame fighter. He said he saw the Usyk, Joshua Usyk fight last night. He said AJ seemed afraid. That's what I saw last night. He lost his identity. Should I be cautious and go 12 rounds, or should I attack with my power? Question mark. Usyk's typical southpaw. If you don't hit me, I'll be aware and hit you. Or he probably said, I'll be aware and hit you. Something's wrong. Not AJ. He took his punishments. Who are you, AJ? This is what George Foreman said. George Foreman said, AJ just seems confused. I've been there. He said he'd been here before when he was confused. He said too many in his ear, probably yes men in his ear. Make up your mind and be yourself, a puncher. So George Foreman's observation of the fight is AJ needs to make up his mind and be a puncher. He needs to find his identity. This is what George Foreman said. So the stuff I'm saying is what George Foreman said. I went ahead and say what I had to say first, and I wanted to play George Foreman last because I wanted you guys to know that I was saying the same thing. And George Foreman is backing it up. Bon Scott said, to be fair, AJ has always had that afraid look. Even when he got tagged by White, he had the same impression on his face. Yeah, but he had that killer instinct in that drive. Something happened to him. Philip Fly said he's trying to be a boxer, and he's not that. Do you agree with what George Foreman said? Or is George Foreman hating? Do you agree with what George Foreman said, or is George Foreman hating? This guy said, you just copied him. Let me show you how much of a fool you is. Last night, I did a live last night, all in. This is how much of a fool you is. I did a live last night, and I said the exact same thing that I said on the live before George Foreman even said this. I didn't even see what George Foreman said. You just copied him. Hit the like button and subscribe. And if you're a hater, don't hit the like button and don't subscribe. Care nothing about you. We ain't begging for subscribers from no haters or no trolls. We doing good without you. If you rock with the old boy, hit the like button and subscribe. These dudes these some beta males, man. It's some real beta male out here, bro. He said, Coach, people getting confused between boxing and what's in the streets. AJ never had a killer instinct. Same as Frank Bruno. Way too respectful to their opponents. Yeah, man. Yeah. He said AJ cannot be a boxer against a boxer. He needs that brutal killer instinct back. Renee Box say, look how much of a fool you is. He's talking to the dude. Oh, boy. Antonio Moses said, again, there's nothing wrong with being nice to your opponent before the fight. I showed examples from the 40s, which is a way tougher era to those guys to be to their opponents. I'm done. I am done, guys. I am done. Let's go over here. I'm done. I'm gonna say what I got to say, bro. These dudes is, oh my God, bro. This is something else. These guys are something else, bro. Like literally. Let's go over here. Let's see what Rob McCracken says on Twitter. Mike Carpenter says Rob McCracken is a top trainer, but I love to know what in the world he was thinking with the strategy to go have AJ outbox Usyk. I want to know if this hating. Do you guys think that George Foreman was hating right here? Was George Foreman hating right here? What about Mike Carpenter? He says Rob McCracken is a top trainer, but I love to know what in the world he was thinking with a strategy to have AJ outbox Usyk. Listen, this is why Rob McCracken has to go. You, sir, had no answers in the corner. You had one game plan. had Anthony Joshua outbox Usyk. If you are a trainer, let me explain something to you guys. Let me explain something to you guys. If you are a trainer and you have a fighter that's 6'6", 240 pounds, and he's fighting a guy that's 6'3", or 6'2.5", 6'3", 220 pounds, he's the bigger guy, he has the longer arm reach. If your game plan is for him to outbox a guy who is a superior boxer, has superior boxing skills and footwork, if that's the game plan you have, that trainer should be fired right now today. He should have got fired last night. Arthur Hawkins said, Coach, Anthony Joshua really thought he could outbox him. Anthony shows no aggression, no killer instinct. Alan Skills say, no, George Foreman is not hating. A young Foreman is the best format for AJ. Jesus says, AJ had success pressing the action and going to the body. Yes, he did. He had success pressing the action and going to the body. But guess what happened after that, Jesus? He stopped doing it. If you were successful doing something, why would you turn away from it? Why would you turn away from it? If you were successful, well, every time AJ pressed the action and went forward and started going to Usyk's body, and you see he messed his face up, he went to tagging him, catching him pretty good. When he started backing Usyk up, because Usyk had got a little tired just a little bit, right? AJ, when he started having success, he stopped doing it. Antonio Mosley, Henry Armstrong was not doing that. Anytime you have a trainer, imagine Lennox Lewis, 6'4", 250 pounds, not using his jab against Evander Holyfield, not using his jab against Mike Tyson, pawing with his jab and trying to do a chess match to try to figure out this guy who might be a superior boxer than me. Imagine that, right? Oh, I'm hurting some of these guys' feelings today. Anthony Joshua, your career is not over with, sir. You got plenty of money, but you got to get that hunger and drive and passion back. You got to get rid of Rob McCracken. He said Rob McCracken is a top trainer, but I love to know what in the world was he thinking about with the strategy to outbox Usyk. He said that was never going to happen. Joshua needed to push Usyk backwards, lean on him on the inside, and go to the body. He also should have come in heavier. Guess what? This is exactly what Tyson Fury did to Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury, when he fought Deontay Wilder, he mauled Deontay Wilder. Had him in the headlock, roughed him up, so much to the point where Wilder was complaining to the referee. And after the fight, man, he was cheating. Man, he was doing all this stuff. The referee was grabbing the bucket. He put me in the headlock. He ain't do nothing. What Fury didn't give a damn. Fury said, my game plan is to put this guy on the back foot and maul him. Anthony Joshua, your game, Rob McCracken. Since you're the lead trainer and Joshua trusts you so much, Rob McCracken, your game plan should have been the Sugar Hill Stewart game plan. We're going to maul this guy. We're going to put his ass on the back foot. We're going to get him on those ropes. We're going to rough him up. We are going to make the referee do his job. Rob McCracken, you should be fired, sir. Matter of fact, just quit your job. Just quit. Why are you there? And Anthony Joshua, why are you so loyal to this guy? This guy had got you so far. It's obvious he can't take you farther no more. It's time to leave him alone. Too much nice guy stuff going on. He didn't make no adjustments, and he didn't prepare you properly for this fight. The most important aspect for a trainer is to to psychologically get into your fighter's brain and tap into whatever you see that's deep inside of him to turn on that killer instinct. This is basically a trainer is more like a psychologist. The physical stuff that you do in the gym, that's just to get you ready for the fight, muscle memory, working on, reaction time, hand-eye coordination, different strategies, game plans, techniques, and stuff like that. But a trainer's main job is to get in here. I've talked to several trainers. I talked to a Hall of Fame trainer, Tommy Brooks. I talked to Buddy McGirt. A good trainer's main job is to get in here. This is why Malik Scott is saying that Wilder is 10 times better than Ali and stuff like that, because Malik Scott is trying to get inside Deontay Wilder's psyche. I understand what you're doing, Malik Scott. He's trying to get inside Deontay Wilder's psyche. This is what he's doing. This is what a trainer's supposed to do, to bring that killer out of him. Nigga, you are King Kong. You are Godzilla. You fighting a little guy from the cruiserweight division. He's a better boxer than you. We are not going to box this guy. You 6'6", 240 pounds. You are going to fight like you 6'6", 240 pounds. He say, Rob McCrappen won't quit because those AJ checks are too sweet. Eddie Val said, Coach, most people my age group, 36 down, ain't built like warriors, killers no more. Like fighters 25 years ago. Not an opinion either. Joshua typical millennial mentality. Joshua hurt Usyk a couple times and just couldn't follow up. Yeah, you're right. He did. He did. If I was Anthony Joshua, I would go, you know what I'll do? I'll fire Rob McCracken and I'll go to Lennox Lewis. I say, Lennox, man, whatever issues we had in the past, brother, I want to put those differences aside. I need your help, man. I need your help. I'm 6'6", 240 pounds, man, and something just ain't clicking in my head anymore. I need your help. That's what I would do. Just like I can come on this show and humble myself like I did last night and say, guys, I was wrong. Usyk was a better fighter in the heavyweight division than I thought I was. I'm that type of guy. I'm like that. I will humble myself and say, you know what, man, I need some help, man. Let me go to this guy over here. Lennox Lewis, you was the best heavyweight of that era. Man, I need your help. Show me that Crunk style. Show me how to fight that style that you fought. That Emmanuel Stewart, a Hall of Fame legendary RIP, Emmanuel Stewart talk to. Please teach me that. Because I don't win as far as I can go with Rob McCracken. That's what I would do. He probably won't do that, but that's what I would do. He said AJ is loyal. He's got the way he's at with Rob. They will figure it out. This is the only problem with that. Tyson Fury is good friends with Ben Davis. You can still be loyal you can still be loyal. That's not going to stop their friendship. That doesn't mean they're still not going to be partners. But guess what? Sometimes you need a change. That has nothing to do with not being loyal. That has to do with what is it that I need to do in order to get the job done. Captain Debbie said, what's up, boss man, coach? I'm still disappointed with Joshua. He didn't even counter when he had the chance. Yeah, Usyk was right there for the taking. He tried to outbox and got lost by a tragic mile. He said, I must be the only one that think AJ changed his training mindset. He can KO Usyk. He could have got Usyk out of there. This guy says, you Americans, so now he's making it a country thing. You Americans should be focused on your overrated Wilder. How could Joshua be done when Wilder is the one who got embarrassing twice and still get it passed? I'm assuming you're not referring that to me, so I'm not even going to reply to that. Because if you was watching the show, you would know that I said that Anthony Joshua could still come back. And if you look at the title of the show, it's a question mark. It's a question mark. He says, change whatever you want. You can't change his chin, though. Anyways, let's carry on. Let's carry on. That's what Mike Carpenter said. So basically, after he says, so now this should give you a consolation prize. This guy right here says that this is Matt Christie. He said after the loss to Andrew Ruiz and again tonight after coming up short against Usyk, Anthony Joshua came out and told the media he lost to a better man. This is rare, and all credit to him. And this guy criticized Joshua by saying, "What are you talking about? He walked out of the ring without saying one word or making one gesture." Sky put the mic to Eddie, who spoke on his behalf. Not acceptable. All respect to Joshua, but he will lose again against Usyk. Probably would too to Wilder, and definitely lose to Fury. Okay. That's the brother's opinion. All right, let's keep going. I got some more stuff to show you guys. Right here. Check this out. What do you think about this? Sky News. Oleksandr Usyk says he was advised by his trainer not to knock out Anthony Joshua in the world heavyweight title class on Saturday night. Oh, my God. Let me read this again, guys. Let me read this again. This is to all us Anthony Joshua fans, including myself. This is to all us Anthony Joshua fans. Oleksandr Usyk said to Sky Sports News last night, Oleksandr Usyk says he was advised by his trainer not to knock out Anthony Joshua last night. I can't make this up. Let me ask you a question. Last night, did you think that when Oleksandr Usyk hurt Joshua with like 25 or 20 seconds left in the ring in the fight, and Joshua went to the ropes, and it looked like he was going to get knocked out and go through the ropes? Did you ask yourself, why did Oleksandr Usyk all of a sudden stop punching? If you think I'm lying, I got a live last night that I did. I said this on my live. I said, oh, he finna knock Joshua out. And then I'm like, damn, he just stopped. He stopped. And then Joshua was sitting on the ropes, and then he just stuck his tongue out. Joshua went in his shell, and then Usyk was hitting him, and it looked like Joshua was fixing to get knocked through the ropes. Kind of like what Joe Smith did to Bernard Hopkins. And then Usyk backed up off of him. If this hate, he said that doesn't sound believable. Okay. Usyk did hold back in the last seconds, though. Okay. Usyk spared him in the KO defeat. Shout out to on the pro boxing media.
Hey, okay.
Salute to you, fam. Arthur Hawkins says Anthony Joshua would have been knocked out if they had one more round or 15 seconds. Or 15 more seconds, something like that. Paul CX says yes. Julio Guzman said that comment was dumb. His corner called it. Okay. Louis James says Usyk definitely did hold back. I saw it live. I saw the fight live too. And do you know what my assessment of it was? Usyk pulled back. Usyk pulled back. I got the receipts. I did the live last night. And you can go to the part where it was the last, towards the end, because I got off the live right after that. Towards the end, I got the receipts. You can hear my live reaction. So I'm not making this up. And I scored it on my pad 10 rounds to 2. And I said Joshua almost got knocked out. Usyk pulled back. Why did he do that? He said, y'all was mad he didn't lose on him. Aquarius Brown. He said, yeah, he did start punching Joshua. He says, Coach, they start the fight 5 seconds earlier, so Joshua wouldn't get knocked out. No, that's not it. I agree with what you're saying, but Usyk had pulled back before they stopped the fight because Joshua had stuck his tongue out and everything, and then the bell rung, and then he put his hands up, walk to his corner. Look at it again. Look at the fight again. He said I was talking about his corner saying don't KO. Hey, but guess what? Guess what? Even if he's lying about this, even if he's capping about this, it appears that he spared him. Because that was friendly after the fight, friendly before the fight. You know, we're just showing some class, respect to your fellow man. That's what gentlemen do. Warriors, you know, but that's what gentlemen do. Renee Box says, I saw AJ getting pounded well against the ropes. Almost looked like a TKO was about to happen. And you know the thing about Oleksandr Usyk, as the fight goes on, he gets stronger and stronger. He could have knocked him out, to be honest. Arlette says, I saw the live myself. So it was fixed. No. I'm not saying it was fixed, Arlette. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying it was fixed. Oh, you know me. I ain't going down no conspiracy theories. I'm just saying, like, he could have stopped him. I thought he was. I thought he was gonna stop him. Then he thought I said, facts, coach. He said Usyk, Usyk pulled back. Paul CX says, dominated and stopped. He said they couldn't have really justified a rematch after that. Yeah. He said, coach, please replay that part. Some didn't even land. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out and see. Louis James says, yes, he did pull back, and it was weird. I actually got mad because he literally stopped punching. Like they were smiling and all of that. He gave him a chance, and it pissed a lot of people off. Yeah, he back, and they started smiling at each other. And AJ stuck his tongue out. That's what I saw. I'm being honest, dog.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Zadis for dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He said, brilliant strategy. He was touching AJ at will. As a result, he won virtually every round. Won the fight easy. And set up another payday, another big one. Yeah, he gonna get, yeah. Yeah, man. Even if this is cap, even if he's lying, right? Even if he's lying. Let's see what the people on Twitter say, though. He said, let's be honest. An old AJ prior to Ruiz's loss would literally have flattened Usyk. This gun-shy, trying to box style is not working. Is this guy hating? And I was watching, and it was times where, Arlette, I see your comment. You're right. It was times where AJ had hurt Usyk, and then AJ pulled back on Usyk. Maybe it was fixed. I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no proof of that, but it's a possibility. Looks like this guy right here said, looks like it was all planned. AJ was not really trying to hit big, and Usyk stating he was not going for the knockout. All money generating sports here. Rematch incoming. Mugs will buy. This guy right here, Justin, says, you hear what he says, guys? Justin says that looks all planned. He say AJ was not really trying to hit big, and Usyk stating that he was not going for the knockout. He said it looks like it was fixed. Arlette, you might have a point. Now this guy here says not playing. Usyk is just better, and Joshua shat himself. I never seen a man give more than what Usyk did. The way he was moving, he could have had emptied the tank in round 6. The man is a gladiator. This guy here says, at least we can stop hearing all this Joshua versus Fury BS now. This guy here says the tactically perfect fight by an outstanding boxer. Joshua could not have got it more wrong. Whoever told him and even allowed him to think that he can outbox Usyk, he needs to be fired. I don't even know who this guy is, but this guy said exactly what I said. Whatever game plan that Rob McCracken had, he needs to be fired. He should have been fired right there. But no, you know what, man? You know, he's loyal. Rob McCracken got him up to this point. Fighters change trainers all the time. Arthur Hawkins said, Coach, Anthony Joshua was tripping over his own feet. He looked very confused. He was very confused because the game plan that they put together was not, they wasn't prepared for what they were seeing. Why? I have no idea. Not sure if it was himself. A lot of questions need to be asked that fight. Antonio said, you could be a gentleman and a warrior. Yeah. You got to be a warrior, though. The main part is warrior. Oh, boy. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Mr. G said, man, so Usyk had pity on him. Wow. And Coach has the receipt. I don't know if that was cap or not, but the fact that he even said that should piss me off even more. AJ and Usyk are setting up a third fight like Wilder and Fury. I don't know. I'm not saying it was fixing it. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not the conspiracy guy, right? And I do believe in conspiracies, but I just, you know what I mean? This guy right here said that whoever said that he said whoever told him or even allowed him to think that he can outbox Usyk needs to be fired. Joshua only chance was to use his size, his strength to bully and try to knock Usyk out. This is how Lennox Lewis fought. He used his size, his strength, and his powerful jab to knock people out. And then when he get close up on you, he leans on you and push your ass down. Same tactic that Tyson Fury did against Deontay Wilder. A level of passivity here. Too much passiveness. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. Let's move on. Let's move on. We almost done. So we see Usyk and Joshua hugged up right here, you know, classy. Oh, this is Caleb Plant saying that undisputed MF, he gonna be undisputed. Watch out, Canelo. This guy right here, Mike Carpenter, say, did Saturday's win make Oleksandr Usyk the king of the heavyweight division? This is ESPN ringside. Ask the question. Did Saturday's win make Oleksandr Usyk the king of the heavyweight division? But let's move on. Because a lot of people going to feel real salty about that. If you're a Tyson Fury fan, you're going to be mad. If you're a Deontay Wilder fan, you're really going to be mad. And, of course, if you're an Anthony Joshua fan, you really don't have anything to say right now. And I'm a Joshua fan, and I really don't have anything to say. Well, no, I did. I had a whole lot to say, but this guy is a problem. This guy right here is a problem. This guy right here is. He's a problem. He's a problem. Shout out to the Queen, Karma Serene.
Hey, okay.
He might not be the king of the division, but he's definitely the boogeyman. Let's move on. Let's move on. I got something I want to show you guys. Oleksandr Usyk. I'm gonna tell you why you can make an argument for why he might be. He's definitely top 2 in the heavyweight division. I got him top 2. Oleksandr Usyk was in a tournament at cruiserweight, a tough tournament. He kicked ass. In his 15th, in his 15th fight at cruiserweight, he beat Murat Gassiev, 12-round unanimous decision. He fought him in Russia, right? This guy is a true road warrior. He fought on Marius Bradis. I remember this fight. It was a good fight. He went to Latvia, went to another country, beat this guy, won belts, right? He went to Germany to fight Marco Huck, beat that guy. This was a part of the World Boxing Super Series. Went to Germany, beat this guy, right? And he came to the U.S. and beat Michael Hunter ass. Unanimous decision for 12 rounds. This guy went to the U.S., kicked ass. He was in California kicking ass. He went to Poland kicking ass throughout the Ukraine, right? He went to the Latvia, went to another country kicking ass. He went to Russia, which is right next to Ukraine. So, you know, but you can give him that, kicking ass. He went to England, beat Tony Bellew, came back to the United States at heavyweight. So his last cruiserweight fight, he fought Tony Bellew in London, in England. Came on the road. This guy is a road warrior. Oleksandr Usyk, sir, you made a new fan out of Coach Malachi Williams. I was wrong about you, Oleksandr Usyk. And I have, you made a believer out of me. And because I love the sport of boxing, and I think that you are good for the sport of boxing, sir, you have a new fan in me. And I'm going to give you your respect, sir. I'm going to give you your respect. And as a matter of fact, now Anthony Joshua is still my guy. Have not given up on Anthony Joshua at all, guys. Not giving up on him. But as a matter of fact, Oleksandr Usyk, you deserve a round of applause. Bruh, you know how fighters don't like to go to other people's countries and fight because they're afraid they're going to get robbed by the judges. They're afraid they're going to drink some bad water, whatever the case may be. Oleksandr Usyk do not care. He will come to your country in front of your... Listen, check this out. Imagine a fighter that's willing to come to your country. He has no fans in that country. He has no friends in that country. He has no family in that country. Literally, nobody is rooting for him. He's going into hostile territory. The judges are on the side of the hometown guy. The referee is on the side of the hometown guy. The entire country is against you. And he's willing to go to other people's backyard and beat their ass and take their belts. This guy is a real world warrior. I got to give him his props. Listen, Oleksandr Usyk is the definition of coming to your trap and take over your trap. Coming to your trap and take over your trap. He is the definition of that. I'm going to come to your trap, beat you in front of your fans, beat you in front of your judges. I'm going to beat you so decisively that the judges will not be able to rob me. I'm going to drink your water without, getting spiked. And I'm going to take your belts. And I'm going to pat you on your back when the fight is over with. And take a selfie with you. He said, I'm telling you, he got big man energy. He's going to beat the top heavyweights. I see it. Nick says, Fury has no choice but to travel. The BBC banned him because of the steroid allegations. Nautical said, yes, let's let Usyk get at least one title defense, please. Yeah, he gonna get a title defense. He got a rematch when I'm Anthony Joshua. He say, and dance at your wedding. Yeah, he'll dance at your wedding. A dance at your wedding. Yeah. He said, Coach, Coach, you only just working this out. Usyk has been doing this for years. No. You're saying I'm just working this out. No. You're wrong. You're wrong. Again, let me put some perspective on this. I know who Oleksandr Usyk is as a cruiserweight. He's a bad boy at cruiserweight. I know about him in the Olympics. I watched him in the Olympics. I know Oleksandr Usyk is a bad boy. I just said that at heavyweight, I didn't think that he was going to do what he did against Anthony Joshua. Wasn't taking anything from Oleksandr Usyk. He was a bad boy at cruiserweight. Now he has proved to me that he is a bad boy in the heavyweight division. He's proved that, Jonathan. Really. Usyk is the guy. I'm going to come to your city, come to your state, come to your town, in front of your judges, in front of your referee, in front of your fans, hostile environment while everybody is booing me, and I'm going to beat you and take your belts. Come to your trap and take over your trap. And then I'm going to take a selfie with you after the fight. I can admit when I'm wrong. The guys who say, I told you so, coach. Have you ever been wrong before? Some of these guys act like they've never been wrong. We know everything. We know this, we know that. It's called a prediction. Yeah.
Yeah.
To this day.
Been wrong before. Anyways, this guy, he came to the U.S. kicking ass. He goes to Germany, kicks ass. Goes to Latvia and kicks ass. Go to Russia. And you know Russia and Ukraine do not get along. Kick ass. He goes to Manchester, England, beat Tony Bellew. So his 16 fights, he became the undisputed cruiserweight champion of the world. In 16 fights. How many fights has he had in the heavyweight division? He's had 3 fights in the heavyweight division. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Who do he fight? What was his first fight in the heavyweight division? Chaz Witherspoon. What was his second fight in the heavyweight division? Derek Chisora. And his third fight, he's only had 3 fights as a heavyweight, and now he is the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Let that sink in for a minute. He came to the U.S. to beat Chaz Witherspoon. He beat Chaz Witherspoon in Chicago. Went to London, fought Tony Bellew at cruiserweight, his last cruiserweight. This guy's had 3 heavyweight fights, and on his third fight, he is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in his third fight. Let that sink in. Not his 15th fight, not his 16th fight, not his 30th fight, not his 35th fight, not his 36th fight, not his 12th fight. His third heavyweight fight, he is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in 3 fights. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Usyk got fans in the UK even before this fight. Love when he used to make a ring walk with a sword. Fact of the matter is he travels. He travels. That's the fact of the matter. He travels. He travels. Fighters don't even like to travel to go to other countries and fight each other. Usyk say, look, dog, where the fight at? Oh, the fight is in Poland? Tell him I'll be there, tell him I'll be there in 2 weeks. Where the fight at? The fight is in the US? Tell him I'll be there next month. Usyk, you're not afraid that if you go to the US, the judges are corrupt and they're known for taking fights from people. Don't worry about it. Tell him I'll take that fight. I'll come to the US and I will beat this dude so decisively that the judges will not be able to take the fight away from me. Tell me what fighter today that does that. Well, I tell you what, we know Tyson Fury, he went to Germany, fought Klitschko, and then he came to America. So you can say Tyson Fury does that. You can say that. You can say that. But this guy had his 3rd professional heavyweight fight. In 3 fights, he is the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Evander Holyfield didn't even do that. I'm looking at Evander Holyfield right now. Evander Holyfield became undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. When he first came into the heavyweight division, his first fight was James Tillis. His second fight was Pinklin Thomas. His third fight was Michael Dokes. His 4th fight was Alison Rodriguez. His 5th fight was Alex Stewart. His 6th fight was Seamus McDonald. And his 7th fight was Buster Douglas. So Evander Holyfield, 7 professional fights, which is good. 7 professional fights, which is good. Evander Holyfield had 7 professional fights. And his 7th professional fight, he became the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. That's damn good. Hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe for the old boy. His 3rd professional fight, he is the undisputed heavyweight champion. He is the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. 3rd professional fight. And the crazy part about it is he went all over the world collecting belts. He's a traveling man. Listen, American fighters will not travel, go anywhere. We don't want to go to another country. We might get robbed. American fighters don't like traveling. We might get robbed. Guess what? Usyk say, man, I don't care where to fight it. Where it's at? Oh, it's in Iceland? Tell them I'll be there in 2 weeks. Oh, the fighters on the North Pole? Tell them I'll be there in 2 weeks. The fighters on Mars. Yeah, they got a heavyweight Martian heavyweight title fight and on Mars. Usyk say, tell them I'm gonna catch the next space shuttle out to get to Mars to fight. Dimitrov said no cherry picking also, coach. And no cherry picking. You're right about that. Usyk got those crazy angles, made AJ look super stiff. Yeah, AJ got confused. He needs to be Fury to unify. I think he can do it. The look in his eyes dead on Usyk is on a mission. He ain't playing. Just imagine that, guys. Just imagine that. Usyk says he wants to rematch in Ukraine. And the rematch should be in Ukraine. The rematch should be in Ukraine. Usyk has a right to fight in front of his hometown. You want to know why? Because Usyk is the champion right now. Usyk is the champion right now. But just think about that. His third heavyweight fight, and he goes all over the world and collect belts. Usyk will go to Mars. He'll go to Venus. He'll go to a different galaxy, kind of like on Dragon Ball Z. You know, Dragon Ball Z, Goku, Vegeta, and all them, they go to different universes and fighting different creatures. But that's Usyk right there. He's that guy. Usyk, I was wrong about you as a heavyweight, sir. You made a believer out of me. We share the same birthday too. Doesn't mean anything, but we share the same birthday. Capricorns. You was right. I mean, you showed me something last night. You're a problem. You're a problem. Check this out. We're not done, though. We're not done. Let's go here. Let's hear what Lennox Lewis has to say. Let's hear y'all want to hear what Lennox Lewis had to say, guys? You know, I hated Lennox Lewis because he beat Tyson, but we love Lennox Lewis in America now. Let's hear what Lennox Lewis has to say. Let's hear what Lennox Lewis has to say.
At Blue Apron, we make it easy to answer what's for dinner. With 35 weekly
Let's hear what Lennox Lewis has to say.
for everyone, from vegetarian recipes to carb
Put your personal biases aside.
quality ingredients and easy to
This is
follow.
what I want you to do.
BlueApron.com dinner 110 to get $110 off.
See, I have a unique ability, guys, to put whatever personal biases I have aside for a like for a person or a dislike for a person and take the emotion out of it and call it the way I see it and try to be fair, right? When you get emotional, emotion clouds your vision, and you often may say things, and we all do, out of anger or just the emotion clouds your vision. We all do. So if you are a Lennox Lewis hater, take the Lennox Lewis hate out of it and just listen to what he's saying. Whatever hatred you have for Lennox Lewis, put that aside. I'm asking you to put that aside and listen to the words that's coming out of his mouth. That's all I'm saying. So let's go. Let's see what Lennox Lewis has to say.
What I say is, you can't go to university with your third grade teacher. And what I say is, you can't go to university with your third grade teacher. And it's great. You know, I started out and I had a trainer, and
I do not own the rights to this information that I'm playing right now. I do not own the rights to this content that I am playing. This is for educational purposes only. This is for educational purposes only. I do not own the rights to this content.
taught me the basics. And then great. You know, I started out and I had a trainer, and he taught me the basics. And then he didn't really have anything else to teach me. He brought me to another trainer in Toronto, Adrian Teodorescu, which was a Romanian trainer. He taught me the European style of boxing. He said, I don't have anything more to teach you. I taught you the basics. Now you need to go on and learn more. And then I graduated 3 other coaches as a professional, and each one of these trainers taught me something, and I put them all together, which made me. So, you know, he wants to stay with one coach. That coach is limited. You know, even as a boxer, he was limited. So, you know, there's other trainers out there that know a lot more. That, you know, the old coaches. My coach, you know, Manuel Stewart, the best coach out there, trainer, and you know, he would dissect fighters. Tell you exactly what you needed to do, how you would prepare for them, everything. So I think he was lacking that.
You know what?
So Lennox Lewis was saying that, I'm gonna break down the analogy for the people who didn't hear it.
Elementary.
He was basically saying that you can't. Anthony Johnson's been with Rob McCracken since elementary school, since the beginning, right? He's saying that, listen, Rob McCracken has can only bring you so far. You did good. You became unified champion under Rob McCracken. That's great. He said, but he talked about how he changed trainers, and each trainer has his limitations. Each trainer has his limitations, and he had to keep changing trainers until he got to the right one. He said that Joshua wants to stick to one trainer. Now, I'm saying that, you know, Lennox Lewis is right. For this guy, Bon Scott, he said Lewis choked twice. Lennox Lewis never choked in a fight. He lost 2 fights, sir. He got knocked out. Guess what Lennox Lewis did? Now, I understand you hate Lennox Lewis. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Bon Scott is a hater of Lennox Lewis. So he doesn't want to hear anything Lennox Lewis has to say because his hatred, his emotional hate for Lennox Lewis is clouding his vision, and he's ignoring everything that Lennox Lewis is saying as it relates to this particular situation. Lennox Lewis, I wasn't a fan of Lennox Lewis, Bon Scott, so I'm not capping for Lennox Lewis. But I do have an ability to separate my feelings and look at stuff for what it is and take the emotion out of it. Most people can't do that. I am a unique individual when it comes to that. Lennox Lewis had 2 losses. Guess what he did? He came back and avenged his losses in knockout fashion. He lost to Oliver McCall, came right back, beat Oliver McCall so bad, Oliver McCall started crying in the ring and had a mental breakdown. He lost to Hasim Rahman, got knocked out in Africa, came back, and he knocked Hasim Rahman's tooth through his lip. That's how hard he hit him. Lennox Lewis did that. Lennox Lewis was the best heavyweight of that era. Facts. And I hated Lennox Lewis because he beat Mike Tyson. But guess what? What I won't do is lie. Lennox Lewis was that guy. Period. Hall of Famer. Doesn't matter whether you like him. Doesn't matter whether I like him. Doesn't matter whether Halim likes him. Guess what? Lennox Lewis is right in this. Lennox Lewis ain't never choked. Never choked. Never. You don't like Lennox Lewis? Fine. There's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like him, fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But Lennox Lewis was a bad boy. He says Lewis was afraid to give revenge on Klitschko. Lennox Lewis beat Vitaly Klitschko. Stopped him. And then he retired. Did he rematch him? No. But guess what? Vitaly Klitschko had an opportunity to beat Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis stopped Vitaly Klitschko. He did that. It doesn't matter how you feel about Lennox Lewis. Fact of the matter is, he's a Hall of Famer, and he beat everybody's ass, and anybody who whooped him, he came back and avenged his losses. This is facts. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. But forget your like for Lennox Lewis. Do you agree with what he said? Joshua needs a new trainer. He needs to get rid of Rob McCracken, basically what he's saying. Lennox Lewis is one of the top 5, maybe top 3 greatest heavyweights of all time. And Lennox Lewis wasn't even my favorite fighter. But anyways. Yeah, hey, Arthur, man, I got that, man. I appreciate that, bro.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Arthur, man, for dropping that super chat on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat.
Cash out.
Received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Cash out. So when you guys go to talking about Lennox Lewis, right? And I get it. You hate Lennox Lewis. You don't like him. I don't care if he beat King Kong, Godzilla, or whatever the case may be. He said, what trainer? Any suggestions from Lennox Lewis? I mean, shit, if I was Joshua, I would go to Lennox Lewis. Myself, I would go to Lennox Lewis. I would go to Lennox Lewis. That's what I would do. Lennox Lewis had a killer jab and a mean right hand. Lennox Lewis fought tall, fought like a big man. Kept you on that jab, he gonna jab the hell out of you. And as soon as you bring your ass in there, pap, pap. Yeah. Yeah. He said, did Lennox stop Klitschko? Yes, he did. He stopped him. The doctor stopped it. Rubbed those raggedy dreadlocks in Klitschko's face all night. Lennox Lewis had that dog in him. He gonna do whatever it take to win that fight in there. Lennox Lewis fought nasty, mean, and aggressive. He did like Lennox Lewis was a prick. He was arrogant. We didn't like him in the U.S. at all. We did not like Lennox Lewis in the U.S. at all. I'm being honest with you. Well, we hated Lennox Lewis. I'm saying like in the urban in America, in American cities, the urban community, the hood, we did not like Lennox Lewis. We loved Mike Tyson. And we hated Lennox Lewis. But guess what? Lennox Lewis was a bad boy. Say what you want to say. He was a bad boy. Facts. I'm asking you to take your feelings aside, but guess what? I see certain people in the chat, they can't take their feelings aside. Their hate for Lennox Lewis will not allow them to accept or hear the words or the truth that's coming out of my mouth. And I get it. I understand. I get it. We funny like that. People are funny like that. Anthony Joshua, sir, my brother. You're still my guy. I haven't given up on you. But I got some words of advice for you. You are 6'6", 240 pounds, come in 250 pounds. Fight like you are 6'6", 240 pounds, 250 pounds. Fight like that. If Rob McCracken is telling you to try to outbox a guy who has superior footwork, superior hand speed, understands range and distance better than you, has a better boxing ring IQ than you, Rob McCracken needs to go. If you are so loyal, I'm loyal to Rob. You can be loyal to Rob. That doesn't mean that he has to train you. Just keep him as a friend. Y'all go drink shandies together, sip some tea, right? Talk about life and philosophy and all that stuff there, but he doesn't have to train you. You need some killers over there who's going to help you develop a killer instinct. If you are a Chihuahua and you hang around other Chihuahuas, listen, Chihuahuas cannot do nothing but have the mentality of a Chihuahua. Well, Chihuahuas are mean dogs. You need to be around some pit bulls. You need to be around some Rottweilers. You need to be around some Siberian Huskies. You don't need to be around Mr. Rogers. Rob McCracken did good. He took you as far as he can take you. But there's another level that you need to go, Joshua, and there's a mindset, my brother, there's a mindset, Joshua, that you have to have. You have to get that spark back. Let me explain this again. You are 6'6", 240, 250 pounds. Fight like you are 6'6", 240, 250 pounds. Period. That's it. That's it. Don't be 6'6", 250 pounds and fight like you're 5'2", 130 pounds. Retro says he need to be Cujo, not Old Yellow.
Hey, okay.
But he went back. Hey, he telling his age. See, blood, Retro telling his age right now. He telling his age right now. You young jitterbugs don't know nothing about Cujo or Old Yellow. He telling his age right now. Oh, the hatred for Lennox. Okay, let's do this. But Lennox Lewis seemed to be a trigger. I'm trying to get you guys to look at the message of what Lennox Lewis delivered. He said certain trainers only get you so far, right? This is for the guys. You hate Lennox Lewis, okay. And guess what, guys? I I was never a boxer fan of Lennox Lewis. I was one of the biggest Lennox Lewis haters in America. I hated Lennox Lewis. He was arrogant. He was condescending. You know what I mean? I didn't like his British accent. And I was in Nation of Islam at the time. There was nothing about Lennox Lewis I liked. Guess what? Lennox Lewis beat all the guys I liked in the heavyweight division. Beat them. Lennox Lewis is the Hall of Famer, and he's one of the best heavyweights that ever put on a pair of gloves. And my hatred for Lennox Lewis, I don't hate Lennox Lewis anymore. I got a lot of love for Lennox Lewis now. I love Lennox Lewis now. Great guy. But I'm not going to let how I felt about him in the past get in the way of the truth. Let's look at Lennox Lewis. Since y'all hate him so much, I'm finna make you hate him even more now. Since you hate him so much. Since you hate him so much, I'm finna make you hate him even more now. You said Lennox Lewis was a bum. And this, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Lennox Lewis was 44, had 44 fights, 41 wins, 32 knockouts, 2 losses. Let's see who he beat. He beat Razor Ruddock. We're going to go here. He beat Tyrell Biggs. He beat Mike Weaver. Right? He beat Derek Williams. He beat Tony Tucker. He beat the old chap, Frank Bruno. He beat Frank Bruno. Knocked him out in the 7th round. He lost to Oliver McCall, 2nd round knockout. Oliver McCall knocked him out, right? He beat Tommy Morrison. He beat Ray Mercer in the majority decision. I kind of think Ray Mercer might have won that, to be fair, but he won in the majority decision. He avenged his loss to Oliver McCall, and he stopped Oliver McCall in the 5th round. Lennox Lewis did that. So he lost to Oliver McCall here, and he stopped him right here. He knocked out Andrew Galata. He knocked out Shannon Briggs. He had a split decision draw with Evander Holyfield, which really he beat the hell out of Evander Holyfield. He came back in the rematch and dominated Evander Holyfield in the 12-round decision. Holyfield was hard to knock out, boy. He beat Michael Grant. He beat Francis Botha. He beat David Tua. He lost to Hasim Rahman in the 5th round. He got knocked out by Hasim Rahman in South Africa. He came back after he got knocked out 6 months later, and he knocked Hasim Rahman 2 fists through his lip in the 4th round. He beat my guy, Mike Tyson. Knocked Mike Tyson out in the 8th round. Beat the brakes off my dog. Made me hate him forever. And then he stopped Vitaly Klitschko in the 6th round. Say what you want to say about Lennox Lewis. He beat all the guys you liked. And I liked. He beat them all. He beat them all. And he didn't fight Vladimir Klitschko. Say what you want to say about Lennox Lewis. This is to you Lennox Lewis haters. Say what you want to say about Lennox Lewis. He was that guy. He beat a washed up Tyson. Doesn't matter. He beat him. It doesn't matter. He beat him. That's an excuse. I'm not going to make no excuses for Mike Tyson. Yes, Mike Tyson was fighting for money at that time. That is true. But guess what? He beat him. See listen, man. Hey, Bon Scott, I'm glad, my brother, Bon Scott, I'm glad you're not a judge. Okay, so he beat a washed up Mike Tyson, and Vitaly was inexperienced. Okay. Woo, boy, that Lennox Lewis hate is real. Boy, that Lennox Lewis hate is real, boy. Damn. But anyways, it is what it is, guys. Listen, guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit the like button and subscribe. Click the link in the description below. Let me show you guys something too. Right? This is the store, guys. New Media Today USA Boxing. This is the store. New Media Today USA Boxing.store. This is it right here. The link is in the description below. We got the hats, the snapbacks. We got the hoodies. Guys. You see, I'm wearing the gray hoodie right here. We got the hoodies, all different colors and flavors. We got them in black. We got them in burgundy if you want that. Whatever your favorite color is, we got that. We got them in dark gray. I'm wearing the dark gray hoodie right now, guys. And we got the light gray hoodie. I wore that yesterday. I will be wearing that again today. And we got the white. So you got the hoodies. We got the hoodies, guys. We got the hoodies right here. You see what I'm saying? Let's go down the yellow brick road. What else we got? We got the t-shirts. We got the long sleeve shirts as well. We got the long sleeve shirts as well, guys. Yes, we got that. The link is in the description below. Different colors. Different colors. You know, whatever you like. Whatever you like. White, black, gray. This the gray one. You know what I mean? Whatever you like, we got that. Right? That's what we got. We got the snapbacks too, right? Someone just bought a shirt right here. Someone just bought a shirt right here. What else we got? We got the t-shirts too. Oh, we got the bomber jackets. Oh, the bomber jackets. My jacket will be here tomorrow. We got the bomber jackets right here, guys. The front and the back. Bomber jackets is nice. You know, the wintertime is coming, guys. Y'all go ahead, man, and check that out when you get a chance. Rock with the old boy. New Media Today, USA Boxing.store. The link is in the description below. Yeah, this gangster, dog. It's gangster. It's gangster. New Media Today, USA Boxing.store. The link is in the description below. The hoodies is very nice. And let me tell you something about these hoodies, guys. These hoodies fit. Whatever your size is, when you put it on, it's going to fit real good. I'm wearing a large right now, and it fits real good. It fits real well. Click the link in the description below. You want to get the go to the store and get the merchandise. New Media Today, USA Boxing.store. And again, that's it right there. What boxing really matters? You know, this is me. Logo. You see what I'm saying? What boxing really matters? This is us. This is us. Somebody just bought something right here. From where? Yeah, from the US. Okay. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Some of the subscribers. It is what it is. So, anyways, guys, we're gonna go to wrap the show up. I'm gonna give everybody a shout out. Let me give everybody a round of applause. Let's give everybody a round of applause, guys. Again, what we're not gonna do, dog. Parting words, Anthony Joshua, sir. You can bounce back. I know you're loyal to Rob McCracken. You can still be loyal. Y'all can still be friends. You can still go have tea and stuff like that. But you need some killers in your corner in order to get to that to that next level. Rob is not the guy. Too much passivity going on. You're gonna have to become something else in order to get that. You got to get that bite down. And I think you can come back. It's not over for you, Joshua. You can come back. So now, shout out to Chin Igante.
Hey, okay.
Chin Igante. I thought you passed away. Shout out to Jazz Edwards.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jay Graves.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jeff Throw. What's going on, fam? Shout out to my main man, my brother, Shelton Moore.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Thomas Jones.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Nick Rich. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Bon Scott. The Lennox Lewis hater. I think you hate Lennox Lewis and Harleen hate Lennox Lewis. Hey Bon, I can see you and Lennox. I can see you and Harleen at a pub in the UK, sipping on some shandies, talking about how much y'all hate Lennox Lewis. I hated him.
Hey, okay.
That's if you're from the UK. But anyways, shout out to Chris M.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Retro Boxing.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Karma Serene, the Queen Karma Serene.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Graham Taylor. What's going on, family? Shout out to my brother Blood and Retro Boxing once again. That's my brother, man, from another mother, man, out here in Florida. That brother's an OG. I have so much respect for that brother. That brother know more about the sport of boxing. He probably don't forgot more about the sport of boxing than I can remember. Historian there, literally.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Dragon Lad. He said, Coach, I was born in 1982. I know those movies. Bob Scott said, you triggered me, Coach. Hey, man. You got to put, I told you got to take the emotion out of it, baby, and just look at it for what it is, Bond. Shout out to Jeff Luciano.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Brandon Calhoun.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to HBU. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to boxing. Shout out to Pro Boxing Media.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Karma Serene, the Queen.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Eddie Val.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Dragon Leg. What up?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Brandon Calhoun.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Jonathan. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Wendell Jackson.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Antonio Mosley. Antonio.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the dad who said you be yelling in your shows. Why are you over here watching? This is what I do. I yell. You don't like it? Don't come here. turn the channel.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Charlo.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the trolls and the haters and the people. I'm gonna be here, guys. I can take it. If I dish it, I talk a whole lot of shit. We know this. If I dish it, I will show up to work first thing Monday morning, 3 o'clock. Easter, 3 o'clock. First thing Monday afternoon, 3 o'clock. And I will be here to take whatever you guys want to throw at me. But I promise you this. I will get the last laugh October the 9th.
Hey, okay.
Oh, I got a feeling, boy. I'm gonna have a fun show that day because I'm gonna go live October the 9th. It's gonna be a fabulous show, and boy, I'm gonna get off decent the next day, October the 10th. I promise you that.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul Evans.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul CX. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? Jeff Lucietta. Shout out to Richard Sletsky.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Thomas Jones once again. Shout out to GFJD.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my main man Shelton Moore once again. Shout out to Nick Rich. Shout out to the Queen Lady Shan.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lisa Bells.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Arlette.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Lee Luna.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Queen Kathy W.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Abe. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Graham Taylor once again.
Hey, okay.
Pro Boxing Media.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Chris M. Shout out to Wendell Jackson one more again.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to David.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lion King. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
He said I said that Lennox, my friend Howard Eastman, beat that trainer Ars. Okay.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Who else we got? Shout out to Dimitar.
Hey, okay.
Eddie Val.
Hey, okay.
This brother here from the Ukraine, he said Vitaly was winning that fight though. Vitaly lost. The end result was he lost. And we look at he said we look at the end result.
Hey, okay.
Antonio says, I like you, new media, but please stop. Okay.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Steel Shelf.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to I Am Dave.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to who else we have? I think that's it. I think I got everybody. Shout out to Teach.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Zadis. What's going on, fam?
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Exclusive one more again.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Steel Shelf one more time. Shout out to Antonio. Antonakis. Okay.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mr. G. No relations to Mr. T.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Bruce Goals.
Hey, okay.
Bruce Goals. Shout out to my main man. Shout out to the Zudo Puebla.
Hey,
what's going on?
okay.
Shout out to Paul Evans, they coach. You missed Bon Scott's confession. He was capping for Halim. Oh, hey, Bon Scott was capping for Halim, huh? Hey, Paul. Hey, you know what, man? I should have caught on. I was thinking that too. I said, you know what, man? Him and Halim. Hold on, man. What's the chances of that? You know.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Zadis.
Hey, okay.
For dropping that quarter of a bam dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
He says AJ needs to go to the Wizard of Oz. He need heart, courage, and a new boxing brain. Sorry, coach. I know that's your guy. Good show. Hey, listen, man. Listen. That's my guy, but you don't have to apologize, bro. I got to call it like I see it. Again, I'm not like these other boxing channels. What you going to know about this channel over here, guys? I'm not like these other boxing channels. You can be my favorite fighter and you can get it. I criticize Anthony Joshua. I criticize his team. I still got a lot of love for Anthony Joshua. I want to see him bounce back. I still believe in him. I think he can bounce back. He just need to make some changes. That's all I'm saying. His game plan was wrong. And if you criticize Joshua, after all of this, listen, Zadis, I talked a whole lot of trash about Anthony Joshua beating Oleksandr Usyk. I talked about Oleksandr Usyk being the Matrix, and they talking like he's the Terminator and all that stuff there. Guess what? I was wrong, and those guys who told me so was right. So I got to be man enough to show up here like I did last night and today, take my licking like a man, because everything you're saying is right. I got to be man enough to look you guys in the eyes and say I was wrong, give Oleksandr Usyk his props. He is one of the top guys in the heavyweight division. He might be number 2 in the division behind Wilder. That could be argument for another day. But guess what? And Anthony Joshua was not the fighter that I thought he was. I still like him, but he's just not the fighter that I thought he was. Whatever he had, it's not there anymore. And that's just facts, dog. That's just facts. And that's my guy. Still my guy, but it's just not there. You know what I mean? Rob McCracken has to go.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Lion King.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Shout out to Kathy W.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the brother from the Ukraine. I don't understand your name.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Wendell Jackson.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul CX.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Paul Evans.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Ava. Shout out to Ava as well. Shout out to Ava.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to the Puro Sur Central.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Anthony. Shout out to Anthony.
Hey, okay.
Let's see. Shout out to Bruce Goals.
Hey, okay.
Graham Taylor. Shout out to Rob Rev Shows, my brother.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Mr. G once again. Shout out to James.
Hey, okay.
James saying, Coach, that Fury Wilder fight is going to be huge now. Yeah, significantly in the heavyweight division. Shout out to I can't pronounce your name, brother. Shout out to Arthur Hawkins.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to my brother Exclusive. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Exclusive. Shout out to my brother Teach. What's going on, fam? Teach the old boy something.
Hey, okay.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the like button. Shout out to Paul CX once again. Shout out to Dimitar. What's going on, fam? Shout out to Bar Scott, who was capping for Halim. Hey, Bar, man, cut it out, man. Cut it out, man. Don't let Halim pay you the cap, dog. Don't let him do that. Don't let him do that. Shout out to Juan. Shout out to Juan.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to type the message because I can't. I'm on the show right now. Shout out to Juan.
Hey, okay.
Shout out to Arthur Hawkins once again. Shout out to Mr. G. Let's see. Anthony once again. Jordan, what's going on? Arthur Hawkins, Nick Rich, and anybody I forgot, man. If I forgot you in the chat, please forgive me. Once again, it's our boy Coach Malachi Williams. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button. Don't forget, New Media Today USA, boxing.store. The merch is here. The merch is here, guys. The merch is here. Click the link in the description below. I appreciate all of the super chats, guys. I appreciate the cash apps. Shout out to everybody on Facebook who's watching. Shout out to everybody on Twitter who's watching. We got a new podcast coming for the people who can't watch the videos, can listen to it. We're doing big things. We're going to keep moving, guys. We're growing. You know, everybody in the chat, you know, my subscribers, you know, I look at you guys as my family. Whether you love me, whether you hate me, whether you like me or don't like me, just keep showing up, supporting the old boy, cop the merch, holla at the old boy, New Media Today, USA Boxing. Don't meet me there, beat me there. We will tune in tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Shout out to Walter. What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? And I appreciate everybody. Other than that, this is our boy, New Media Today, USA Boxing, Coach Malachi Williams, signing out. See everybody tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to have a damn good show. Peace.
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.